How's everybody been? I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in a while.
Well, it's been like 2 weeks.
Oh,
I
because
know, but
you weren't at the Game Awards.
Yeah.
yeah, that's why.
Did you watch?
I watched all the all the trailers. I was at a
You
holiday
missed an
party
amazing
that night.
show.
I got all the things I wanted, and I didn't have to watch any of the things I didn't want. We'll just leave it at that. Oh, what's going on with the? Is it just me, or is it lagging really bad?
Celestials.
Is it?
I mean, it's like 1 frame per 30 seconds.
On
That's
Discord
for
or
me.
on the
They must
stream?
be after the researcher.
In
No, it's
Discord.
fine for me.
God damn it! Is this gonna be a problem for me tonight?
We need to act
I don't know.
I hear audio, but it's moving every like 5 seconds.
That's weird. I would restart. We drop out, drop
What's going on?
Yeah, drop out the call.
drop
Alright, I'll be
out.
right back.
Maybe restart Discord.
Do anything rash.
Be right back.
What's up, Ashif? What is this shit?
This
Oh, man.
is the God.
We're way
Slayer.
behind, huh? Oh no, Godslayer. Okay, I thought this was something else.
I mean, it was the one trailer we hadn't played so far in the playlist.
Easy
So.
for you to say.
That's it?
No.
Oh, we probably don't have enough
Never get
trailers.
past all this
That's good. We
Right.
should start early tonight.
Okay.
I mean, you could refresh it. There's more trailers, but I mean, I don't think I added that many.
And he tells me not.
What do you want me to just move on from this one?
No. What do you have against this game?
Nothing. You sound like you
Have
don't
you
want to
seen
watch
this?
it.
Have you seen this? No, I don't.
I've heard this game, but I've never seen it before. Okay.
You don't watch a lot of trailers? What's your deal?
Not a whole lot. This is Assassin's Creed with powers. Okay.
Where did he go? It's you.
Okay, that's a little bit better.
Okay.
What are we watching? What is this?
The God.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Well, luckily Brad talked over you, so I didn't actually hear the title.
Sweet. This is Jade Empire 2. You didn't see this leaked footage?
Shut up.
I mean, if I didn't know any better, I'd swear this had Jade Empire influence. But
It's
Influence.
Jade City and Casey Hudson's involved.
had to wonder how many people remember Jade Empire.
Shit,
Not enough.
Jade Empire had potential, man.
It was cool.
Dude, what do you mean it had potential? It was great. I love that game.
Okay, it's not.
Cool
Okay,
off, you lot.
don't replay it then. But it had potential.
Well, I had no.
Like we could have seen another, maybe a.
I mean,
another-
I've been
it
praying for
needed a-
Jade Empire 2 for years, but
You've been praying. You've probably not thought about it in like 10 years, bro. Stop it.
well, I haven't thought about it since we
Gotta be
played it
cult.
for the Revival Club.
Which was probably over 10 years ago. We
I
did that-
why do you have to like Oh my god,
It's just
you're killing me. I
Well,
can't
like-
I can't even say that that was a great game and I liked it. You're at the
No, what I'm saying is
Kabas,
like
Kabas.
it's so like old now that even like the fond like nostalgic memories are also just as old.
Well, I have no. I'm not delusional. I know it's a really old game and probably doesn't hold up by today's standards. Because I mean,
Yeah,
But,
no,
like-
I mean, no, it's fine, whatever.
but you could say the same thing about KOTOR.
But what? No, no, dude, KOTOR is much more timeless. No, my whole point is when I said Jade Empire, I saw a twinkle in Chris Davis's eye, like it almost just completely evaporated from existence in his mind, and I brought it back, and he's like, oh yeah, Jade Empire.
Well, that's
Holy
not
shit.
me. I do love Jade
Oh,
Empire.
you think about Jade Empire once a week?
I think about Jade Empire fondly when I try to think of games from past generations that I really loved and which would come back. If we
You
were
must now
if we
commission
were to
some
do
Jade
a top
Empire art.
if we were to do a top 5 games which would come back, Guaranteed, that
No
that
way.
would come to mind almost immediately.
If
100%.
it wasn't for this conversation, you would not have thought about that. No way.
I fucking 100% guarantee it would be.
I
It would
wanna
be in the
believe
running.
I feel
for my
like we've
list.
done this top 5 before.
I go back and check the records. I almost guarantee you it was on my list when we did it.
Did we do the list like 15 years ago?
No, you bitch.
Like in the last 10
list?
years.
Let's-
Jade Empire.
I want to say it was pre-COVID.
Definitely. This game looks kind of sick though.
I still don't know what the fuck it is.
Like the name of it, or what
Yes.
it is.
I mean both.
It's like a cool like
If you say Jade Empire, I'll fucking kill you.
Assassin's Creed meets The Last Airbender or something.
That sounds like
Okay,
a
what
proper
is
Chris
it?
Davis description right there.
What is it called? That is a proper Chris Davis description if I've ever seen one. Heard
It's
one.
the title's so unremarkable. Me and Chris Davis both already forgot it.
Wonderful. You know what had a great title though? Fucking Jade Empire.
Nasser's Wrath.
I don't know.
No, Jade Empire is a great title.
It's a,
It's a fine title. It's not a great title.
like,
Y'all
like
are fucking. I hate you guys. I
I
don't even
kind of
know why.
associate Jade.
Why do I
with,
do
like,
this podcast?
No, I'm just being honest.
I mean, when I think of Jade Empire, my first instinct is to think about that terrible shmup sequence you had to do every now and then. It was just so bad. And then I think about the rest of the game.
Jade Empire, was that the last of the last time they did like that KOTOR style? I mean,
Yeah,
like
I think
so
so.
Yeah.
So Dragon Age was a thing, but like no, I'm specifically referring to like it's basically Mass Effect but with the silent protagonist, and I'm like, nah man, they need to talk. They need to talk. And then in Mass Effect they talk. And it was better.
This looks cool, but what the fuck is this game?
It doesn't
No one's
seem
willing to
real.
tell me what this game is. This is not one of those games that I would say doesn't seem real.
I mean,
Well, the
Where
name
Winds
will make
Meet
it
looks
more
real, and it's not.
Why are you calling this a Where Winds Meet? Is it a Where Winds Meet?
I mean, I don't know. It's
Why are
not
you
out
like
yet,
this?
so I can't confirm it, but
Nobody knows what this fucking game is that we're watching.
I probably didn't need to watch this.
If I
much of
see
it,
a
but
Jade
it is
Empire 2 logo up here, I'll kill you both.
probably more
The
like
God Slayer. That is a terrible name.
So let me ask you. Now that you know the title, does that make it more or less like appealing to you?
Less appealing.
So like, what would have been a name besides Jade Empire 2 that would have made it pop for you?
I don't fucking know. I don't get paid to make the titles for these games.
You just seem like
Word
you're
Teller in
hanging
the
on to
chat has a
them.
good point. The God Slayer sounds like someone's lame like gamer tag or something.
Godslayer XXX420XXX.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Can we get a little more audio?
This looks like it slaps. I'm into this.
Maxed out.
Mariachi
I also like the art
lessons?
style. It has a little bit of a HD 2D like glow to the sprites. You notice that?
Is this a
Yeah.
Metroidvania?
I mean, most certainly, right? What the fuck else would it be?
It looks like it's like Guacamelee if that wasn't so like cartoonish. Like it didn't take itself like it took itself more seriously than Guacamelee does. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean,
Like thematically and everything. Like it's
I see what you're saying, I think. This is from the developers of 9 Years of Shadow, I think is the name of it. 9 Years of Shadows. Came out a few years ago. Also looks pretty cool. Mariachi Legends. Pretty neat.
I don't recall
that's a great
the
title.
previous game at all.
And we have no idea when this.
I don't know, Nick. Like the Legends get that shit.
lady.
Honestly, no game developer should put the word Legends in there.
That is true. That is.
That's a
true.
dead word.
It's overdone for sure.
I mean, you could have put mariachi in any title and it would have been cooler. Like, you know,
Welcome
Death
to a
of the
world where
mariachi
everything
or
is
some
a
shit
work
like
of
that. You know, like
art,
anything.
and you grow by absorbing it all. Hi, I'm Jordan Westbrot, director and producer of Grime 2. The sequel
Grime
to
is a
Grime
pretty
too.
good name.
What was Grime? I don't even
2021
remember Grime.
I don't
In the
remember
first
Grime
game,
1.
you explored a world
I do.
obsessed with how it came to be.
I know Prince of the
follow-up
Universe liked
is
it.
about a world
It's a
that
Metroidvania.
past that obsession and
Slash
onto another.
maybe
The
a little
act of
Soulsy.
creation itself, where
It is
everything
a,
has been created by a long history of artists. At its core, Grime 2 is about variety.
I'm not a
and
fan of the.
exploration.
I,
In each area,
Well,
This
keep
is not
looking.
that
Keep
important.
looking.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
no. I'm just saying. I'm not a
Shapes of your
fan of like the
foes.
visual style.
Consume
This
the
is
most
giving me
powerful
like
of them,
Bloodstained
discover
vibes in terms of
secret paths,
visuals.
and
You're not
gain
wrong.
changes
And-
skills.
No,
And,
As you increase
that's
your
just mean.
selection
You're
of
being
powers,
mean now.
You will be able to create
I mean, like
Yeah,
that can't mean
creative
anything but
builds,
an
and even
insult.
discover new
At least
ways
this
to
is trying to have a
world.
little more
Available to you are the
like
classic
of
dash
an
and
art
parry,
style,
but
I
with multiple
suppose.
twists.
It's going for
I
like
think
example,
I think
dash
Bloodstain
isn't
looks
just
better
an
than this
offensive tool.
visually.
You can
Shut
use
the
it
fuck
to
up.
steal abilities for your foes.
I'm not even kidding.
I'm having a
By
trailer for
slamming into
Bloodstained.
them.
I would really rather play Bloodstained than this, but if we're talking
addition,
purely based on
there's a further
visuals, which
ability
obviously
Prince
that's
of the
not
Universe, are you
what-
here?
Grasp.
Well, you know,
Much like
watching
Dash,
anything through
Grasp
Discord's
2
pretty
can be
bad
used in
looking,
many
honestly.
ways. Some
That's-
examples
that's
are
fair.
parrying
This
from a
looks
distance,
maybe a little
activating
better in
traps,
4K, but
and stealing health from enemies. All these abilities and much more can be further enhanced in the formless skill tree. You are free to play however you want. As you push forward, you'll unlock new movement abilities that chain together effortlessly, opening up new paths and hidden spaces. Platforming becomes instinctive, fluid, fast, and deeply rewarding. Face off against a relentless array of
it has
strange
like
creatures,
a
each posing their own unique
you know, like a bit of a
challenge. From the
claymation thing
towering
going
blade
on.
mammoth to the
Yeah,
agile
I think
A
that's
little
what I'm not a
bishop.
fan of.
Combat flows with
Whoa.
momentum.
But
I don't know.
claymation,
Dodge,
like
strike,
this,
and summon living
the
molds
like the
to fight at your
textures look
side,
like clay, but at
creating
60
perfect
frames, so it doesn't
moments
have that
for brutal
animation.
follow-ups.
Yeah,
you know,
and this
yeah.
world
But I'm saying
is
like
more than a
I'm
backdrop.
referring to
You
just the
move not just
textures.
across it, but through it, diving into deep layers, vast hubs, and cities pulsing with secrets and opportunity. Grime 2 isn't just a journey; it's a test of reflexes,
You know what would look hot?
of
Some
mastery,
fucking
of your
pixel art.
curiosity and how far you're willing to go.
Y'all
to
are
be
so
Saw
satisfied.
Pixar
boring.
earlier.
There's so many games, but
I just,
like let a
I'm-
game look a little different.
that was I was baiting you on that one. I'm going to assume technology has a personal problem because it has no sound, because nobody else has said anything about that.
Well,
Before we
or
made
there's no.
Sadasa
Yeah, who else has sound?
we drowned it in blood.
I mean, trailer sound.
We fled
You're
one
welcome,
war,
Mecca.
only to fight another,
Also, I'm very sorry.
to be forced to fight again for our existence.
Yeah, we're good. We got people here, you bitch.
I can't shake the feeling that we're caught in a net.
What the fuck?
There's
Is this
nothing
Shape of
for
Water?
us.
Grime is at an 81 on Open Critic, and you guys
Okay.
suck.
I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm just saying I don't like the way it looks. I'm not a huge fan of the way this game looks either. Like, what do you want me to tell you? But I do like whales.
This game looks sick. What are you
And
talking
I like skeletons, and I like whale skeletons. So that's pretty cool.
about? Some pixel art would go hard. When is an
Pixel
indie
art would
developer
go
gonna do some
so-
pixel art?
That would go so hard, man. Fuck.
I am the mouth of the abyss.
That sounded very Italian.
This looks-
for a second.
This looks.
Hey, I'm the mouth of the abyss over here.
What the fuck?
Do y'all know what this is? Out of curiosity,
No.
It looks. No, I don't.
to remind you of a
Uh,
game that came out earlier this year. that
Yeah, it
featured on Trailer
does.
Talk
The,
several
the,
times?
Obs- the Obsidian game that I suddenly are struggling to remember the name of.
I
No,
swear
Not Adamfall.
Tainted
Avowed?
Grail.
shall die.
Tainted
Grail.
Grail, Fall of Avalon.
Tainted
Avowed. Thank you, Skylar. I was thinking
Grail,
Avowed for a second.
whoa, Tainted Grail.
I still want to play some Tainted Grail. Hurts pretty good.
Gross.
How do you
Got a
feel about
Divinity
Xeno
Original.
Clash? Nick?
I don't know that one. Sorry.
I started playing this months ago, and I got like 5 hours in, and I just got distracted.
One of these days I'll play Divinity, but I have to finish Baldur's Gate 3 first.
Both of y'all are lame. Where the fuck is Crispy?
I think you're late.
Where's Crispy?
Why are you upset
He's on
at
his
me?
way.
I beat Baldur's Gate 3, buddy, and I started a second playthrough.
I don't care. I mean, good for you.
He just thinks we're lame in general. That's all he's saying.
No,
Yeah,
'cause
yeah, that's true.
this game is like a literal, like, fucking goat. It's like
I know.
almost just as much of a goat as Baldur's Gate 3.
I don't know what you want from me, bro. I don't have. Choices have to be made sometimes, okay? I wish I had the time to play every
I added
fucking
this one
thing.
twice. You could skip this one.
Yeah, I'm skipping.
Screamer. Ooh. Ooh, guys.
He's here.
Screamer.
It's him. It's Gabrielle.
It's Gabrielle. Ooh, some anime shit.
Well,
We
it's
need
okay. You can go in
cars.
the other room for 2 minutes. Maybe.
It's a
Oh, yeah,
racing,
this is a racing game.
They-
Yeah.
Did they really just bait and switch me? I was like into it for a second, and then it was like,
You
it's a
said
racing
you watched
game.
all the Game Awards trailers. We are in the Game Awards.
This
trailers.
must have been in the pre-show.
Yeah, it was, I
Ah,
think.
maybe, actually.
Your fury has sharpened you.
No, the racing actually looks pretty alright.
I'm not saying it doesn't.
No,
it's just,
the racing,
racing
looks
game with
whatever.
plot?
This stuff is what looks all right. Like all the stuff surrounding the racing looks all right.
I mean, I'm definitely. If I played this, it would. I would definitely be in it for the characters and the story. This looks like a different game completely.
Your
All-
personal invitation.
Burn alive, you piece of shit.
Ooh, gritty. Like suddenly it looks. What the fuck? I feel like we're like doing like a quick edit between two different games. This feels like a sizzle reel from like Microsoft or something.
But it's got a dog with sunglasses, man, that drives. Like, that's awesome.
I mean, I think that's pretty cool, I guess. This trailer doesn't want to load, apparently.
It's
Ooh,
not
finally,
that
some fucking pixel art! Oh my god, you're playing as an axe?
good.
Ooh,
I have
physics.
so many questions I need to ask.
Oh my god. Oh, you're playing as oh, physics!
So is this game inspired by like I Am Bread or something?
Don't
What
even,
the fuck
don't.
are you talking about? I am
Don't-
bread? How do you look at this and go, I am bread?
I don't know, just like the need to platform as an ordinary object.
No, dude, this is like, oh
It's like-
god, I don't.
It's channeling like Jump King
Trial-
slop or whatever. It's like streamer. Oh, I fell to the bottom and now I'm gonna kill myself. Slop.
So Forest 3 is a fucking like sci-fi, like futuristic sci-fi
Yeah.
game. Like, didn't see that shit coming
Yep.
at all.
Spoilers. Spoilers.
What do you mean? This is trailer's been
What
out.
is this?
Ooh,
what is
what is
this?
this? Shut the fuck up.
This is
Does
Subnautica
this trailer
4.
look like?
Yeah,
Does
no,
this
this,
trailer
this
look
looks like
kinda
it's running like shit. This might be Chris Davis's problem.
I mean, it's broadcasting out fine according to OBS.
The Forest series is like weirdly popular, I think.
It
It
is.
I think when this it popular like the same kind of like communities that ended up playing like a bunch of Phasmophobia and shit. I think they were playing this
Well, yeah.
like the Forest and shit.
Well, yeah. There's obvious overlap there. Obvious crossover. You know, survival co-op horror game. Yeah. This is some whack, weird shit that I'm kind of here for, but also like, I gotta be real. I gotta be honest with myself. I'm not gonna play this. I don't think I'm gonna play this.
I mean, you played a little bit of like
Why
the
not?
original Forest.
I played the Forest for a little while, but like it's a
Yeah.
game that kind of requires such a time commitment, and it really is meant to be played with people, and that just never works out for me. But there isn't really any hint of that in this trailer, but that doesn't mean anything. It's a cool, like, fucking unexpected twist, though. I'm here for it.
It's probably not gonna be out for another 4 years.
Yeah, probably.
And here we go.
It's been
All right, we're gonna talk about this
Hey,
tonight.
you need
so-
to fix your stream, man. This looks
Yeah,
like
dude,
blood.
Discord's running like dog shit.
Yeah, this.
I'll drop out of the call real
yours-
quick and restart.
But the event
All right, yeah,
Yeah,
let's do
maybe.
that. Ooh, look at that.
1 second. Be right back.
Remember, I want to spend some time on the show talking about the big announcements from the Game Awards. So maybe rein it in a little bit while we're watching these.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Unless you feel like
guess.
repeating yourself.
I mean, I worry a little bit about show length. Maybe we should just cut trailer talk short. But we do need to wait for Crispy. So.
Yeah, Crispy will be here shortly.
in my memory.
But I mean, to be fair, I don't think
Uh,
there's like so much to talk about from the Game Awards.
Lost
I mean,
It was
I want to hit.
pretty fucking mid.
frozen in
I
time.
mean,
You were into
Okay.
High Guard, or I'm trying to.
dude,
which
I
ones?
wrote down so many games on my like release calendar off of that shit. Like, I was like, damn, the announcements were firing off for me.
Across every chasm.
Yeah,
I mean,
dude.
you didn't write down Mega Man though, right?
I did write down Mega Man. What are you talking about?
I didn't know that.
Why did I spend all week being excited to talk about this shit, and then I get here and you're like, it was lame, and I'm like, what the fuck?
No, it's possible. I'm just forgetting.
I'm gonna
really don't know
highlight
what
all
this.
the.
I really don't know what this game
that
is.
still burn.
You spent like a third of the Game Awards like asking
I
yourself
need to
constantly,
see
like,
more.
what is this
I
game?
need to go further.
Did you
I
put a
don't
trailer
thi-
for?
The secrets
I
of
don't think this is a
Did-
remake of Anniversary.
It is a remake of the first game.
Yes,
That's
but not
been-
Anniversary.
Isn't Anniversary a remake of the first game?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is just a remake of the first game, like Anniversary, but a new remake.
Some legends are
Yeah. What are you not
destined to be
understanding? Because
retold.
those are the same games.
But they play fundamentally different. And I think this will
And
play
this will as,
differently.
But,
this
like,
will
but-
as well. But I'm saying like from level to level, they were the same, like scenario. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm highlighting stuff that I want to talk about from Game Awards, and I can already tell you.
Do you know?
there's
Can we
lots.
pause for a second? Do you know what's funny about that game? The thing that Anniversary had. So Anniversary was like kind of like from level to level a remake of the original Tomb Raider, like 10 years later.
Okay.
Except it took the mechanics and stuff that they introduced in like
Tomb Raider Legend.
Tomb Raider Legend, right? Which was this like grapple hook thing, and they implemented that in a lot of like the puzzles and platforming. And if you look at like the Tomb Raider Catalyst trailer, which we'll watch in a second, they're a little bit out of order. Like the new thing that they're like showing off is like, check it out, Lara Croft has a new grapple hook thingy, and like sure enough, the thing in that remake trailer of the first Tomb Raider that is like distinctly different is she has a grapple hook, which is exactly what was the thing from Tomb Raider Anniversary
Yeah.
that was like kind of unique to it.
Yeah.
And the crazy part is that was still Crystal Dynamics back then. So like I think time is repeating itself and everyone just forgot that they've already
Sure.
done this.
Yeah, I don't feel like they've forgotten.
Okay. Save it for the show.
Well,
Save it
they
for
all
the
got
show.
fired. They all got fired.
I have questions. First of all, on the I don't have the list in front of me, but did you put the trailer for Coven of the Chicken Foot in this?
Yeah, what are you so you're a big Bruce Straley guy, I know. So
I have highlighted on my list 12 games that were announced at the Game Awards that I'm like excited to talk about.
And one of them is the new Bruce Straley game.
Sure.
Majin and the Forsaken Kingdom 2.
Dude, I loved Majin and the Forsaken Kingdom. I'm pretty sure I put that game on my top 10 that year.
So like,
But I think
someone
that
someone
predates-
in Remedy is a huge fan of Inception, right?
well, lots
I
of
see
people
this
are huge
imagery
fans
in
of
like
Inception.
everything these days. It's kind of
I mean,
it's kind of a
Inception is a
rote.
very influential film, so
yeah, it's kind of corny when something looks like Inception. I give Remedy more credit than Inception knockoff.
I mean,
I
yeah.
am kind of. I am very excited for this, but I am a little disappointed that you're not playing.
You must have
Um,
had good reasons.
Jesse.
Jesse, thank you. You're playing as her brother, which I'm sure.
Yeah.
Obviously, Jesse will be a part of it, but like,
Yeah.
Prepared.
you know,
But like the premise being that Hith escaped the oldest house and is infested New York. Like that's cool.
it is cool. It's cool, man. I'm into it. I'm just.
For what would follow.
I just hope it performs better on PC at launch.
Probably.
But like this is
And-
like pretty out there. Like when they're making like a Devil May Cry game or something.
I mean, it looks like it's more of melee focused than this time around than
I
it
mean,
is.
that's
Oh, it
an
looks
understatement,
100%.
though.
Yeah.
It's not just that it looks melee focused. This looks like a fundamentally different everything. And weird. So is it a spin-off or is this Control 2?
No, it's Control 2.
Oh,
Yes.
really? Shit, there's like air combos and stuff. Weird.
This is 100% Control 2.
But look at this shit. It's like unrecognizable.
Yeah. Well, I mean, artistically, like, Control is
But
all
that's
over
pretty
this.
bold, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that this is like a you think this is a little bit of a like them pulling the wool over our eyes?
Pace yourself.
Like maybe this is like one small part of Control 2? Like the one level
mean,
where it really goes
like-
No,
out
like
there?
no, they wouldn't do that.
Like they're pulling a tanker from Metal Gear Solid 2 situation.
Yeah, absolutely. And why does Chris Davis think that there's no way for that to happen? I feel like if there's any like Kojima wannabe dev that's gonna
They
do something
showed
like that, it
enough
would be
different
Remedy.
environments in there to make me think otherwise.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at all if you find out that you're playing as Jesse. You're switching between Jesse and her brother.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
A lot.
Like I still think there's maybe gonna be some shooter stuff in there.
Let's save it for the show. I want to have a conversation about that on the podcast.
Am I still gonna be able to talk about Metroid for 45 minutes?
Yes.
Or no?
Yes.
145 minutes. Okay. Yes.
Do you need 45
I did
minutes?
record 45 minutes of footage.
Okay. Well, if I
Just
see
in
that
case.
footage loop, I'm gonna start to like rein it in.
Crispy says he's on his way. Are we
Yeah.
supposed to start the show with him? Or?
No, we can't do that. First of
just
all.
getting
So,
started.
yeah, he's on his way.
So what is a modern Tomb Raider?
What? Is that a real question?
Yeah, what do they make this game that is going to pop?
I mean, do you want to know
last
what my
few
real
were-
answer? You're gonna. I feel like you're gonna hate
Nick,
my
Nick
answer.
wants an open world game, but I mean like
I mean, this
more
looks
to
like
it
an open
than-
world game.
Dude, that looks like the implication is this is an open world game.
yeah, sure. But like what kind of open world game? I'm saying like that's not enough
I mean,
these days. Like,
no,
that's not enough
well, I mean,
information.
no, well, of course not enough information. We'll have to kind of wait and
Hey.
see how it comes together.
It's the man.
Is it like a Assassin's Creed style
well,
open world?
I still
Is
remember
it
us
like
when we were
a
talking. I remember when we were
Dark
talking
Souls?
about Tomb Raider before they announced the last reboot, and we thought there was rumors that it was like that open world island game, survival game. And I was like, this could be kind of like that, right?
Like the thing from like
All right,
Like
as
a
cool and sick
a
as this
decade and a
trailer
half
is, maybe we should.
yeah. Let's skip it. It's cinematic and it's fantasy.
Okay. Do we
Very
skip
cool
this
trailer, though.
entirely cinematic trailer?
Fantasy horror.
Yeah. I mean,
We could skip this one too. It's just cinematic.
yeah. We'll talk about
And
it.
the Bradley the Badger one, I'm tired of seeing, so we could skip that one as well.
Okay.
That is one of the games I wanted to talk about, though. We on the show. That's cool, right?
Yeah, let's skip it. I want to watch the High Guard trailer. because this one almost brought Jeff Keighley to tears.
I did not watch that trailer.
Oh, this isn't good.
Why did you not watch the trailer? Because of the name?
No,
This is what ended the show.
I know. And
Jeff Keighley mic drop. He's like, boom. Didn't see this
Also,
one.
He
coming.
mic
Did you?
dropped
why-
a MOBA.
Without fear.
Yeah, that's why I didn't watch it.
Not a MOBA.
Okay, why
It's
is it
kinda
running like
MOBA.
shit again?
For coin or for cause.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
To the end.
What's up?
We're watching the High Guard trailer. You all in the High Guard, Crispy? If anybody.
He's like, I hate you and I'm leaving.
Yeah. Bye.
So, my question is, what was what's Jeff Keighley on about? Do you think they're paying him like a fuck ton of money?
Oh, he got
Do
money.
you think that do you think that Jeff Keighley believes that this is gonna be like a big deal?
Is that a serious question?
I feel like they're trying to position this as like a Apex Legends, like you didn't see this coming, motherfuckers, and it's out now.
Yeah, every one of these games has to do that.
That's how you
can't-
succeed.
You can't have a game like this without a player base, and you have to like do whatever it takes to.
But you can't have Jeff
Build
Keighley
hype.
announcement. It needs to be like like Shroud or something, right?
I don't know. I don't.
Like you have to pay streamers $1 million to say that they love it.
Yeah, who's saying that they won't? You know.
But you got to do
Wait,
that first.
wait.
But you get.
They
you don't
might.
have to
They'll
do that
pay
first.
us.
You get,
They'll pay us to say this is
I'm
amazing.
sorry, not us.
You get
but,
paid?
but you know,
You're
Shroud.
getting paid.
I don't know. I mean, I could see a studio's marketing team seeing some kind of value in
They should really work
putting
on the
their
frame
game
rate.
in front of however many people watch the Game Awards.
Yeah.
It's a lot, but
I mean, it probably cost the publishing team like $1 million for the Prime placement.
I think they said it was self-published.
I think the weird thing we're all trying to wrap our head around though is that this was the closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like usually you close a show with something that like it's kind of a known quantity or something that people didn't expect they already knew about,
And this is
A
my
known
own.
developer.
like a
People
known
don't pop
developer or
People don't
a
pop for new
sequel to a
IP.
high profile. Yeah, like well, that's
Because we're like pathetic.
the fact. It's just
That's what kills it right here.
Pathetic. So we need to see something
I
we
feel-
recognize.
I feel like we're always trying to vibe our way through a highly corporatized like marketing tool, and it just doesn't. It just doesn't
That's
behave that
true.
way. It just doesn't. It just isn't that. You know, like it isn't whatever we think it is. It's not like some fun night for hobbyists. You know.
Well, this is running like shit. So let's just kill trailer talk.
Okay.
Yep, we can finish next week, or
next week it's Christmas.
Next
We're a
time.
week away from Christmas, guys.
It'll be like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks.
Whoa.
Can I ask y'all something?
What?
Do
No.
any of y'all like Christmas, or are y'all like grown-ups now?
Well, this year we're not doing any Christmas at my house. So
Oh,
This is my first
Shalom.
Christmas in which I have a house.
Wait,
so I've
what
put
is
trees and
what
stuff.
what is like congrat or what am I trying to say?
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Trying to say
We don't even have a Christmas tree up.
no, I was gonna make a Hanukkah joke, but I couldn't put it together.
Mm. Yeah, no.
What's congrats? Not humbug.
Okay, now even Brad is running like shit for me. Is this just me? Is my internet shitting the bed? Do I need to restart my whole computer? What the fuck is going
Brad-
on?
No, it's
Brad
not just
had
you
issues
because
too. It's
because the
Discord.
stream was running like shit for me at the end there as well. I think it's
But like
Chris
I'm
Davis?
out of like you're not even your mouth isn't even moving right now, Brad. I can just hear your voice.
Yeah, I'm
But
not
not
hosting the
robotic.
call.
Who is? How does it work? Our
It's-
server is hosting the call.
It's Discord, I think.
I'm doing speed tests. Everything seems fine on my end, but like everything's running like dog shit. Balls.
Yep. Is what it is.
Is it?
I mean, what do you expect me to do about it?
Not you. I'm just Discord sucks sometimes. I don't know how Crispy's doing because I can't see his face.
Or hear him.
So I don't know.
All
I don't
right.
know what I don't know what Crispy's frame rate is.
All right. Give me a second.
Show us that hot frame rate.
Damn.
He's got to finish his Chipotle or something. Something's going on over there.
That's crazy. Chipotle is the poll. I haven't had Chipotle in 15 years.
Really?
What? I have
I think
Chipotle
he used to
like-
have it like once a week.
I know, I
used
don't
to
like
have it like
those.
once a week. I have it like once a week, bro.
I don't like
Jeez,
Chipotle.
man.
Like,
Oh man, I love Chipotle.
Have all the salt in the world.
What?
What? Seriously?
I mean, most-
Salt is your
Look
assessment on Chipotle?
look at the nutrition for Chipotle, and it is absurd.
Oh my god, I guys.
almost any takeout's gonna have a bunch of sodium in it.
Yeah, but
If
especially
we are gonna
Chipotle,
sit
man.
here, yeah, guys,
the rice
guys.
is so salty, man.
I don't give a shit. unless you are eating a Chipotle only diet, which
well,
that would be a whole different
I
problem.
should have continued that thought because it was Chipotle, the brand, completely wrong. But I was having street tacos.
With Chipotle sauce?
Mm.
Okay.
No,
Oh.
with salsa verde. Green
Ooh.
salsa.
Is that an actual text message from me
El
saying, "Do you want a
Tacorito.
sombrero?"
I don't know, Nick. You tell me.
It sounds very familiar. I feel like
I
said
think
that
it's
once.
real. I think it is real. I think we were
I
shooting
think-
something.
Was
and
that
we were like, oh,
or-
what if we had a sombrero? And then you were like, I'll text Carlos.
What's the year? on
Right.
that text message?
That's right. I sent that text message and was like, I think this is racist. I don't know.
Is that what our
Oh,
phones
man.
were like when we were doing this before?
Dude, that's what Carlos's phone was like. Long past
Hmm.
Yeah.
when we
That's true.
made the jump.
And I'm thinking about ordering food.
I saw that and I was like, I feel fairly certain I typed those words.
I forgot all my ocarina songs.
I actually skipped dinner. Thinking about ordering something.
Mm-mm-mm.
Also, bear in mind that Carlos had one of these like old school phones
Yeah, for a long
For a
time.
very long
until
time.
pretty recently.
This was his burner phone.
Remember he used to post to Twitter on this thing? It was like there was a phone number you could text to that it would like automatically post on Twitter.
I forgot.
Oh my
about that.
god.
You remember he
Oh,
went
that's-
for years with no phone, and like let me tell you, like Bit Carlos works okay online, but when you try to interact with like real world Carlos and he's like committed to the bit, like you run into actual like real
Logistical
world
problems.
like consequences. Like, hey,
Yeah.
would you like to meet my wife and child at this museum? And he's like, sure. And then he's like panicking because he can't figure out how to get there, and he had to find some like McDonald's so he could send me a Discord message, and he missed the whole fucking thing, and we're standing around with like a 2-year-old like waiting for Carlos to show up, and then he's just super apologetic and feels like an asshole. Like that's Bit Carlos meeting the real world, and let me tell you,
Yeah.
it's messy.
Where the rubber meets the road.
That's really fucking funny though. Not gonna lie. Oh man. Hey, before we get started, do you want to talk about the Game Awards
Oh,
first or second?
honestly, not at all. But I know that's not
Brad,
acceptable.
why are you such a fucking buzzkill? I haven't had anybody to talk to about any of these things, and now it's here, and you're
You-
like,
But you remember we commentated on it, and I get
Dude,
it. I get it. But you're
didn't have to do that.
You're misinterpreting. I really want to talk about Metroid, and compared to Metroid, Jeff Keighley can suck
Yeah.
my anus.
yeah, well, no
Man.
shit, Brad, but I'm not gonna sit here and let you talk about Metroid for an hour and a half while we just sit here and listen. So, like,
I know, but I
we're
feel
gonna
like you were
talk
about
about
to
other
say.
things.
I felt like you were about to say Game Awards first, And my answer to that is
No, I'm asking logistically what makes the most sense.
Metroid first.
You are such a fucking selfish bitch.
Selfish? Says the person who chose to watch Zootopia 2 instead of commentate the Game Awards with us.
No,
last
I
Thursday?
went to my.
What was going on?
No,
I'm just
I
kidding.
went to my wife's work holiday
Oh,
party.
that's
Like,
just
what the?
as
Oh,
bad.
that is on the same level.
What is that? Holiday evening holiday party or whatever? Aren't you supposed to do that during work hours so everyone gets to fuck off at work a little bit?
Nobody does that
No.
anymore.
Why
No,
don't
but,
we
like,
build
then
to
don't
Metroid?
go.
And they only give you 2 drink tickets.
This wasn't. This was a like 1,000 people there, open bars at every corner. You can get as many drinks as you want.
What?
So yeah, it was.
Oh,
good.
that's right. Your wife works for Raytheon. I forgot.
What is Raytheon?
Weapons manufacturer.
Oh my god, that's funny. That's funny. But no, that's not where she works. But it was
She
definitely
works for
not.
Halliburton.
Fucking hate you.
Oh, nah, she's always pegged me as a Lockheed Martin kind of girl.
Yeah, that was what I was trying to think of. God damn it. Yeah.
It is probably
Oh,
what's
you're
happening,
killing
though, a little bit, now that I think about it. It is probably because we commentated it, so we're a little, like... It feels like a little old news to us, but I get why you're bursting.
I would like to talk
I
about
mean-
the Game Awards.
I don't want to talk. I don't give a shit about the actual awards. I want to just talk about all the new games that were announced because for me, I was like, holy fuck. I was just like writing shit down, like super excited about.
We can
a
start
bunch
with
of
that
stuff.
if you want.
No, we don't have to start with it. I was just like, the only reason I called you a selfish bitch is because you just, no matter what the question was, you wanted to talk about Metroid first.
Yeah, but like, you know, it's like, you know,
It's like
I
you
named
know.
my son Ridley. Okay, like fuck Jeff Keighley. I mean, let me be selfish. It's been 18 years since the last Metroid Prime game. I don't
Has it
care
really
about
been has it really been 18
a bad
years?
Mega Man
There was a
game got
remaster.
announced.
Yeah.
When did 3 come out?
18
really
years
18?
ago.
2007 with the Wii.
Oh shit.
But I don't know. Jeff Keighley announced.
Can you stop saying Jeff Keighley's name? I don't give a shit about Jeff Keighley. I just wanted to talk about the games that were announced because there's a lot of cool stuff. That's all. That's all I want to. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm fucking saying.
I know.
Did you guys
And
hear
this-
about the new
Trying to
IMAX camera that they're shooting Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey with?
I thought they already finished filming that.
No. Well, I don't know. Maybe they did, but they shot it with a new IMAX camera called the IMAX Keeley.
Yes.
No relation.
No,
Oh,
it's
1,000% relation.
It's named
His
in
parents
homage
own
to his
IMAX.
parents.
Yeah.
Oh no!
He tweeted about it. Like,
Genuine nepo.
I don't
baby.
know.
When
I'm
he
not on
said
Twitter.
His house burned down. He meant his mansion. We should start recording.
The great thing about Blue Sky is that Jeff Keighley is not on it.
hmm.
All right.
His
hold on.
mansion burned down in the Hollywood fires, right next to other billionaires and stuff.
Do you think he's actually a billionaire?
No, not a billionaire. Come on. I mean,
That's crazy.
his.
Well, he's
Is,
definitely an 8-digit at least.
I wonder if Google will just give me a fake number if I look up Geoff.
Before we start,
Look up
Crispy,
the net worth of the Keeley family.
do you happen to have a snoring dog in the room with you this time?
I don't. No dog this time. Dog's gone. I told.
It's-
Hey,
No. It's not your fault. It's
I
fine.
tried.
It's you did try, and I was like, genuinely, I couldn't hear it on this when we were talking, and then I was doing the edit, and I was like, oh my god, you can totally hear the snoring dog.
That was great. I thought it
So-
was
You
great.
could hear the snoring dog
It's-
next door. She's got
it's-
like little doggy apnea or something.
Oh man, it was just funny. I just thought I'd ask. Okay, I'm ready to start whenever you.
I'm warning you right now. I am going to order food.
As long as it
Don't you
doesn't
dare.
take you away
Don't
from.
you fucking dare!
Yeah, you're not allowed to eat until
Come
this
on.
podcast is over.
No.
What
are you
Give
ordering?
us a nice big sloppy mukbang with The
I'm recording.
I am recording.
I'm recording.
I am also recording.
All
Wonder-
right.
I don't know.
What?
It looks a little low. Maybe let me turn it up a little bit. How do I sound?
You
to
sound fine
y'all.
here, but
Yeah.
remember, Audacity might be
Testing.
picking up a
Yeah,
different
it looks
microphone.
pretty good.
Yeah, you sound
Okay,
fine to me.
maybe.
I'm recording. Let's go.
Are you sure Audacity is grabbing the same microphone as Discord?
Yeah, sounds good. Testing. Yeah.
Okay.
What a-
Okay.
What a strange question.
Hey, sometimes I find out in the
No, I
edit
know,
that
I know.
it's grabbing the wrong microphone. All right. Roll call for the episode starts now. Brad,
Hello.
Crispy,
Hello.
Chris Davis.
Hello, hello. I'm speaking into the microphone.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to what is possibly the last episode of 4Player Podcast in 2025. I think because we're a week out from Christmas, so I would imagine you won't find us here next week. But
And then New
that-
Year's,
that-
and then after that.
yeah. So I don't know when we'll be recording again. So this is probably our last regular show of the year.
See
So
you
welcome
next
to.
year.
See, you're supposed to do that at the end, Brad. You're supposed to save the
Sorry.
lame jokes for the end.
Sorry.
But anyways, it's been 2
It's
weeks
not
since we
really
recorded
sorry.
our last show, and we have a lot to talk about tonight. So I'm not going to waste too much time. I should introduce everybody. For those of you who don't know, my name is Nick Henderson. I'm joined, as always, by Brad Simons,
That's me.
Christopher Guthridge,
Hello.
and Christopher Davis.
I'm also here. Good evening.
And we're here to talk about video games. Before we get into that, a little bit of housekeeping. I just want to let everybody know. I've talked a little bit about it in the general channel, I think, or maybe the feedback channel in Discord. I'm not sure. We're making some changes at the beginning of the year. We got some stuff in the works as far as the way our website works, which is, for reasons I'm not going to bore you with, but it's going to be a lot leaner and a lot cleaner, and we're going to have some new stuff to show you guys on hopefully January 1st is what I'm aiming for, but we'll see. But I just wanted to kick off the year in an exciting way, so we're going to do that. So keep your eyes peeled, and you might end up seeing a kind of like a temporary like splash page go up in between while we transition. So if you go to 4playernetwork.com and it's not there in the traditional sense, don't panic, is all I'm saying. But yeah, we're going to continue into 2026 talking about video games as we always do. And we'll continue to record these on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Central on twitch.tv/4playerpodcast. But of course, the most important thing is if you're listening and you want to be a part of the community in any way, shape, or form, you should be in our Discord at discord.gg/4player. It's by far the most active place to find our community and hang out. So keep that in mind, and we hope to see you there. But
Certainly
for now,
ain't Twitch chat, am I right?
it certainly isn't Twitch chat, which is sometimes
These
tragically
fuckos in the Discord need to come over and chat with us because we ain't looking at the Discord when we podcast.
Yeah, well, there are. I should point out, we do have people that pretty regularly pop.
Yeah,
into
like
our
a sheep
Twitch
who
chat.
says the quesarito is back, motherfuckers. Hit up your local Taco Bell.
Dude, I
don't
had
think I've
Taco
ever
Bell
had a
recently for the first
quesarito.
time.
Remember when the quesarito was app only? Those were dark days.
Can I just say that Taco Bell is fucking disgusting?
Oh, it is.
So
back.
this
Wow.
motherfucker's always
Yeah,
crashing
but-
out at our virtue signaling. And
But
now-
that's like saying Waffle House is disgusting. It's like that's the point. That's kind
Yeah,
of the
that's-
charm.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I suppose that's fair.
And the salt, let me tell you, they put so
Oh,
much salt
They
my
do.
blood
in that
pressure.
They do.
quesarito.
Hey, I have
that's
to
what I was
think
trying
about my
to-
fucking blood pressure these days. So, like,
Okay.
Chris
That's
Davis,
fair.
what are you eating?
right now,
What'd you
I'm
order?
fucking nothing. I haven't
What are
eaten
you
today.
ordering? You're ordering food. I want to know what you're ordering.
I'm in the boonies, man. I've got two options. It's either Taco Bell or KFC.
Damn.
So, like, you're
Have you-
giving this dude shit about Chipotle and you're about to eat KFC? You're
The
about to put
difference is
KFC into your body?
The difference is I have not eaten today, and Nick has like 3 meals a day.
That is
What
bullshit.
does that mean? You
I
eat
have
one meal a
had-
day and it's KFC, and you're shaming Nick.
Thank you, Brad. Thank you. Coming to my defense.
Hey, I like KFC. That's pretty good.
Fuck you, dude. KFC sucks ass, dude. It's like the
Dude,
worst
okay.
chicken,
All
fast
right,
food
fine, fine,
chicken.
fine,
It is. That's
Again,
factually
this is-
true. Yeah.
This is the Waffle House thing again. This is like you're totally
There are
missing the forest
other
for the
fast
trees,
food chicken
my dude.
places. No, dude.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
talking about
and
raising
none of them
canes.
are pressure cooked KFC chicken. 11 herbs and spices. It's like nobody else does it like that. Like I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That is the only place where I will go to the drive-through, smell the smell coming out of like the building, and like
And leave.
and feel like I don't think I can do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah,
It
I don't know.
smells
That's the only one
so-
you're telling me?
Like it just smells like so much like old grease. Every KFC, so
Buddy,
much.
Old
You want to
grease?
talk about the
I mean,
like the
every
audacity?
chicken place smells like that.
No,
Yeah.
like they don't dump the grease ever.
Can I just tell you, in
Oh.
college, I'll never forget this. I went to there's a long story attached to this. I won't bore you with right now. But I ended up going to a KFC with my roommate, and I'll never forget it because we walked up to the counter, and there was just a guy hosing down the wall, like in the back, like behind the counter. Like so, all I was focused on. So I was like, "What is going on in this KFC?"
It's
And
grease.
that's like
It's grease.
Yeah.
like hosing the grease off the wall.
It
of the
coats
KFC.
everything, dude.
Yeah,
They
Yeah. But hey, you got to eat.
yeah, you got to eat, but
He's probably got like crackers or something in his house. He doesn't need to eat KFC, especially
actually
after the
don't
shit he
have-
was talking earlier about everybody's food choices.
Such a-
Weird.
I just
Yeah.
wanted to say, Chris Davis, what I was
Such a
trying to
brave
articulate.
position.
What I was trying to articulate earlier is that you can be in a position where you have to think about your blood pressure or your cholesterol, whatever. But the moment you start to talk about it on the regular and shame other people about it is the moment we stop doing this podcast because we're officially just we're not.
hey, look,
can't-
I turned 40. Okay, that gives me certain privileges of shit to talk about. All right.
No, but the insanity is you just said, I have to think about my blood pressure these days when talking about Taco Bell, and then he said he's about to eat KFC. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Am I losing my mind? No,
No,
one's
you're not. You're
seeing
not-
how absurd that is? Let's
I
move
just-
on.
You're not. Yeah, we're moving on. I ate at a Quiznos for the first time.
They
Those
still
don't
exist?
anymore. You're
They
fucking
they're-
lying, dude.
There is
You're
one
fucking-
5 minutes from my house, and Robin and I went to HEB, and we were like, we don't want to like go home and cook right now after work, after going to the grocery store. So like, what if we tried the Quiznos? We've always joked about going to the Quiznos because like,
Dude, that's so bad for you, though. Your cholesterol, Nick.
shut the I hate
Probably
food.
is.
I hate.
Don't
this fucking-
don't let Brad do this to you. He is. Not a
It's
doctor.
not me.
He's
He was
not
the one
only not
virtue
a doctor.
signaling. He was the one virtue signaling.
I just want to say that if you're at all curious what it's like going into a Quiznos in the year 2025, it's kind of like going into a GameStop in 2025. Like it's like the
They
GameStop.
sell like
it's
Funko
like the,
Pops.
no. I'm talking about just like the level, like how depressing it is.
Probably not that
like the
far
like
off, though.
just the enthusiasm and like the just the attitude of
Did they toast
what I
your
mean? It's-
sub?
That's
they do
Can
still
we
toast your
fucking
sub,
talk
yeah.
about Metroid? Anything?
I'm trying to really just torture the shit out of you, Brad, by not talking about Metroid. Okay, fine. Brad's
No,
been
I mean,
waiting
I-
for weeks.
We can talk about routine first,
Brad
but we
hates
got to get
Metroid
on.
No, no, no.
4. Let's talk about it.
Metroid 4
No.
is, I guess, Metroid Fusion, technically.
Metroid Prime.
Yeah.
4.
Dread is 5.
I like Metroid Fusion.
Dread.
so I don't know
Dread was
what you're
pretty
talking
good. All right, seriously, Brad has been chomping at the bit. Obviously, we didn't do a podcast
Brad
last week.
hates
Champing
and he
at
has,
the
Metroid
bit.
Prime 4. Let's
he has
talk
been
about it.
he has
about.
played.
Wait, why
a-
does he think I hate Metroid Prime 4?
Let's
So,
talk about
like,
it.
the internet hates Metroid Prime 4. I
Let's
don't know if
talk
you've
about it.
noticed, right? Like, Metroid Prime comes out, and it
I
scores
would-
like a 80 fucking 1 on Metacritic, Open Critic. What is that? What are we at? Like an 80?
I think it's an 81. Last time I checked, it was an 81.
So,
which was
like,
earlier today.
we all saw that and we were like, oh shit, that's not cool.
I mean,
guess
it's
there's
definitely
some
not the norm
problems
for the
here, right?
series.
But like,
Yeah.
if you go onto the internet where people are actually playing and talking about Metroid Prime 4, people who have finished Metroid Prime 4, they are talking about it not like it's an 8 out of 10, 80 out of 100. They're talking about like it's like dog shit, like a 6 out of 10 dog shit.
Which seems hyperbolic.
Well, that's the thing. That's kind of what I want to call out a little bit. I get that people are disappointed, and that makes people say crazy things, but people are acting like it beat up a small child. I don't think that Metroid Prime 4 did all that. I will say, the interesting thing about
If the
Metroid
glove
Prime
don't
4
fit, he must have quit.
is the story line of the reveal of Metroid Prime 4. Do you remember when we first saw Metroid Prime 4 after all these
I
years?
do.
They're saying,
I
here it is,
do.
baby. It was a game that got, announced in 2017, the year the Switch came out. Like 2 years later was like rebooted. Like they said, this shit ain't coming together. We're restarting development, which no one truly knows who was originally developing that first version of the game, but it wasn't Retro Studios. They were working on something else that got canceled. And I think it wasn't coming together, so they had Retro sub in to make a new Metroid Prime 4. And I'm really wondering how much of that original game that got canceled like made its way into this game, but I guess
I
we'll
mean, you
talk
have
about
to
that in a
imagine
second.
there was gonna be there had to have been some crossover, right? Like you don't abandon development on a project and just scrap all of it. You try to save some
Yeah,
of that.
but like remember, this is like a restarted game at a different studio though. So like there might be nothing left of that original game.
I mean, we'll never know.
This is a game that this is a story. Well, you say we'll never know, but
Well,
one of the
there's
things
ways
that
that we
I've
might end
seen
up
a
knowing.
lot on like the internet lately was a retro studios former retro studios employees like kind of going deep on like the history of that studio, which has like a really fucking rocky history, like from the jump. It's actually crazy. We're not going to get into all that. The trailers, the first trailer we saw, it was just Metroid Prime ass looking Metroid Prime. There's basically nothing to it. Like, Samus was like shooting some space pirates or some shit, charge beam. It looked like Metroid goes into Morph Ball. We're like, oh, well, Metroid Prime's back. But my take back then was like, well, I mean, I'm glad it's back, but it's pretty
It
unexciting. And that started the trend of like, oh, well, maybe they're just bad at making trailers. And then months pass and there was another trailer. And this was the one that showed like Samus with like, she's got psychic abilities, right? Except then they showed the psychic abilities and it was like, you can throw an orb in a slot or you
wait,
can
was this
open a
was the
door. You could open a door with her psychic hand. Remember
was
that
this the
trailer?
trailers from 2017 or was this trailer from
No, no,
recently?
no, no. This is like from the re-reveal most recently, right?
Okay.
And and we're watching those trailers, and I got a lot of Brad, you're a Debbie Downer, and I'm like, nah, I just think it's a bad trailer or whatever. And like these powers, they look pretty uninspired, right? Do you remember that? Like the most exciting
I
thing in
do
that
recall,
trailer
yeah.
was that she can steer the beam like fucking Twing Twang or like the beetle from Skyward Sword. And we're like, oh, well, at least that's different. But everything else was like she could open doors or like open gates. It was not very exciting.
Not
And
super
people were
inspired.
kind of like, do we need to worry about this? That seemed pretty uninspired. But the word on the street was like, well, at least it's Metroid Prime. Metroid Prime's good. Metroid Prime's back. Even if it's not the most mind blowing Metroid Prime game, it ain't going to be Breath of the Wild. That's fine. I'm just glad Metroid Prime's back. And then there's the trailer with the motorcycle and it driving around in the desert, running over crystals, some light desert combat, and everyone's like, I don't know if I like this. This world looks kind of empty. The graphics are kind of iffy in the desert. Like it seems like it's really empty and you don't really do much. And I don't know if I want to be riding around on a motorcycle and just running over crystals. People were kind of like, I don't know about that, right? And then we get to the Miles McKinsey trailer, and everyone loses their fucking minds. Oh no, oh no! Who cares about what I said about that other shit? Like that was just me being, grumpy on the internet. This is actual terror. I'm actually scared now. What are they doing? What are they doing? And
I do
you
recall,
know,
yes.
yeah, yeah, right. And that's kind of the history of the re-reveal of Metroid Prime, and now it's here. And let me tell you, all of like from the jump, every step of the way, we were kind of right about all of it, except the Miles McKinsey one. We were over exaggerating a little. Like it's not. It wasn't the tragedy that we were worried about, but from like, oh, this looks really generic. These powers look really boring. This desert seems really empty. Like they weren't hiding anything is what I'm trying to say. What they showed
Dang.
in those
Okay.
basically those 4 different trailers is what this game is. Which is not what was like, Tears of the Kingdom. We were like, what is this game? What is this
I
game?
feel like
they
I'm
dropped
waiting
a
for the
banger
other shoe
trailer.
to drop.
And all this to say, and all
You
of
have
those
played a
things
lot of this.
actually are kind of troubling, but there's other things that are troubling too that we didn't see. But here's the good news: the game runs incredibly well. It looks fucking gorgeous. Like between this and Donkey Kong and like Mario Kart World, like those were like Mario Kart World looked really nice, but it's like, oh, but it's like Mario Kart, right? Of course it looks nice. Mario Kart always looks nice. Then Donkey Kong comes out, we're like, oh, this looks great, but like you can tell, like, well, what they're getting out of this, the power of the Switch 2 is like the tech, right?
environmental
Like
destruction.
the destructibility. They're able to do crazy shit because this Switch 2 is way more powerful than the Switch 1. And then this game comes out and it's like, in handheld mode, it runs at 120 FPS. Like this game is gorgeous and it's like smooth and it's like you're not used to this from Nintendo. You haven't been like this for a very long time. It's nice. It's like you almost forget it's a handheld. Like I'm not used to Metroid looking this good. And checkbox, right? Checkbox. It plays great. I would say that the combat feels amazing. It might be like the best feeling combat out of all of them. It's hard to say with like Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, which was doing cool stuff in combat, but so much of it was like motion control and like Wii pointer stuff. Here you don't have that. There is some like gyro, like you can lock on but still aim around and like shoot projectiles and stuff, kind of like they did in Metroid Prime 3. But like this stuff feels great. Like, your charge beam feels punchy and your missiles feel even punchier, and like that kind of stuff is really good. And in fact, I would say that like even there might be like a little extra depth. Like I like how, and I'm not looking at the stream, but I probably should in case I want to like point out something that like maybe lines up with what I'm talking about. But like I do really like the way the combat feels because I feel like some of the other ones like they had different elemental beams, but like they were just like slightly getting more powerful and they weren't really like serving a purpose. But here, I'm switching to my fire beam to do some like damage over time. I'm switching to my, like lightning beam to do some like crowd control because it can like, branch to like multiple enemies. And I'm shooting my missiles when I want to like knock things down, like you fight these robots. I don't know if I've come across any of the robots in the footage, but it's kind of a new like vibe of an enemy for like a Metroid Prime game. And they are really annoying and can be difficult, but it's very much like fucking Boston Dynamics or Robotics. What was that fucking where they're always like knocking over robots
The
and shit?
dog
Like
thing.
they do this thing where like you could shoot all your firepower and missiles at these robots, but they'll just tank that shit. But if you freeze them first and knock them over with a missile, you can like chain that shit. Like you're not getting up, dude. It just like missile, and they're like struggling to get up because they're fucking robots. Like that's pretty cool because like that's honestly the best way to handle it because otherwise they'll just tank your shit and fuck you up. Like combat in this game, bosses and enemy rooms that are like pretty nasty can be pretty like challenging. Like I had like a fair number of game overs from just getting bested in combat, which is kind of nice, right? Like it's nice to have, Dread was I think refreshing because it was challenging. This, similarly so, it's the kind of thing where you come across an energy tank and like it feels good, right? Like, oh, I just got 100 more health. I feel like I really need that because I just lost that long boss fight twice in a row and that sucks, right?
But
And the bosses are good. The bosses are good.
Wait.
Yeah.
So I've only ever played the first Metroid Prime, and then
Okay.
of course various other 2D Metroids.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm misremembering. Like, I feel like combat was never kind of like a highlight in Metroid.
In what? In like a
Prime.
3D
In
Metroid?
Yeah, in Metroid
Well,
Prime.
you've only
Was
played
that...
Metroid Prime, the first one, where
Yeah.
I would say like combat I mean, it was definitely there was a lot of combat in that game. You did finish Prime?
I did finish Prime, but I feel
Like,
like
that
I
was
just feel
a-
like this conversation is building to like the combat's really great, but like the things that I really care about, which in
No,
this
no, no.
case would be like level design,
Yeah, we're gonna get to
sucks.
that. But like there's a lot of combat in all the Metroid Prime games. A lot of hard like those corruptions actually to me not that difficult. But Prime 1 and Prime 2 especially was like really challenging. So it was nice to see like hard combat encounters and hard boss fights. Like you really gotta be kind of swift on your feet and like dodging out of the way and or you're gonna, you take damage quickly in this game. And I like the way combat feels. Like it's a good thing. I mean it's a different like pace than like a Metroid Dread, obviously. Like
Right.
that's the other one
mean, their
that
big
people
thing
played
was
like most
the-
recently, and that's a very fast paced game. Like
What was the
Prime.
creature called in Dread? Like the thing that
We're not
the
talking about
that
Dread.
nemesis.
We're not talking about Dread.
Well,
You're talking about
okay.
the Emmy robot that would
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
chase you. Yeah,
There's-
okay. It was cool. Dread's cool. But
Dread was cool.
yeah. I feel like that's just what you want to say. And I agree. Dread was cool.
Dread's cool.
but Prime. So combat's fun. It controls really well. You do a lot of like like I said, like aiming tweaking with like gyro controls, but that feels pretty good too. You really have to do that a lot in like boss fights and stuff. It's gorgeous, it runs great, the combat's good and fun, and it's just challenging enough. The music also, look, there's not going to be a Metroid Prime game. Like they know on the checklist of things they need to get right, that music is one of them, and they got it right. Like the soundtrack is fucking great. There is one like really, really frustrating thing about the music in this game, and that's that, and we're about to get to the desert. But when you're in the desert, which is where you spend a large portion of this game, because it's like the Hyrule field of Metroid. If you've only played Metroid Prime 1, Nick, and I don't know about you, I know Crispy, you've played, and Chris Davis, for all I know, you've never played a Metroidvania game in your life. But
sir, how dare?
that's a very like interconnected like world. Like, it's like a Metroid game, like a Metroid-ass Metroid game where you can get to the different biomes like 8 different ways in some cases, like, and you're finding different entrances and shortcuts and you're backtracking. And
Those are the things I expect. And
one of the things I did, so I finished Metroid Prime 4. I 100%ed it. I
Damn.
booted up Metroid Prime Remastered, and I'm like, I don't know, like 60% of the way through that game. I've been playing a lot of Metroid, and because I wanted I didn't want to go into this conversation with fond memories of Metroid Prime because
you wanted to play them back to back.
I bought Metroid Prime Remastered, but I never popped it in. I was just like, well, I'm definitely going to own it. I'm definitely going to want to play Metroid Prime again one day. It's one of my favorite games, but I never actually played it, mostly because of this fucking podcast. We're always trying to keep up with new shit, and I'm like, why would I talk about Metroid Prime? I've played it several times before. Nothing new, right? But it served as a really nice refresher. I also mentioned, recent podcasts I've been playing Prime 3 through Prime Hack and stuff.
You have been playing a lot of Metroid. Holy shit.
Here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
Oh, real quick on the music thing, the desert. You get a motorcycle in this game. The motorcycle is cool. Motorcycles are cool. Samus on a motorcycle is cool. I really wanted it to be like the Arkham Knights like Batmobile, but it sure as shit ain't that. In that I wanted to be like heavily like a part of like your moment to moment gameplay, even if you're not always on it. It's sure as shit ain't that.
Like they had to redesign the game around this new interesting mechanic they added.
I don't know. I don't. So
no, I mean that's like what Arkham Knight did, right? Where they like
but successfully, didn't they?
Yeah,
Wouldn't you say they did that
successfully?
Okay.
Honestly.
Oh yeah.
No, that's kind of what
Dude,
I
played
wanted
that game
when
this
I
year.
saw the
It's
thing.
still incredible. Like,
It is. That's a fucking sick ass game. Look, this ain't that though. And let me tell you. So if you've probably seen reviews, this ain't no Breath of the Wild. I'm wondering if like in 2017 Breath of the Wild comes out and it like sells way more than any Zelda game. Like maybe like in that first year probably already sold like twice as much as like the best selling Zelda game. Like it was crazy, right? that could, or in the first couple of years, that when they rebooted Metroid Prime, it could be to try to take a basic ass Metroid Prime game and turn it into something more like Breath of the Wild. If that
Guys,
was their goal here, they did not accomplish it. This feels like a
Did-
very unfinished game. If that's the case, the desert in this game, which by the way, everything that you go to, all the places you go to, are on the edge of this big wide desert map.
it's like the
a lot of
Ocarina
people
of
have-
Time Hyrule Field, where it's like
Yeah,
everything's
except
on
I would
It's the hub.
say, I would say that like there's more going on in the Ocarina of Time Hyrule Field.
the. Damn, that's
Maybe, maybe not. Like there are shrines, and when I say there are shrines, there are like 5 of them. And when I say they're like shrines, they're like maybe the worst shrines in Breath of the Wild, like puzzle shrines, but like very short, very simple, not much to them, and there's like 5 of them, which is a very
like
weird vibe.
like to the point
all of
where
the
do you think it would have been better off if they had just scrapped the idea altogether?
I
They
mean,
didn't
absolutely. It, like the problem is not that like driving around the desert's not kind of a vibe, because it is. Motorcycles are cool. By the way, Samus's new biker suit, which I get in this footage. By the way, if you're watching this footage and you're trying to decide, I like Metroid Prime and this looks pretty cool, this is most assuredly, I think, the best dungeon in Metroid Prime 4. So if you like what you see, don't get too excited. Hold on. Because every dungeon is very different from the others. And some of them are dog water. Like some of them are bad. And when I say some of them, there's not even that many. There's like 5 total. One's a tutorial. One's this one.
And there's 3 other
Hold-
not
hang
as
on,
good
hang on.
ones.
The
There's 3
desert,
other dog
the
water.
desert is. There's not much to do out there.
Guys,
I
did
had
Breath
the
of the
Samus
Wild ruin
amiibo.
us?
I had the Samus amiibo. No.
That's not fair.
Breath of the Wild. It's not fair. Like to even bring up Breath of the Wild. That's not what that's going for.
But it's like it's made it
I'm not
impossible
joking
to
when
talk
I
about any
say-
Nintendo first party without talking about Breath of the Wild.
But what I'm saying is like it's insulting to Breath of the Wild to even like mention this open world. Like this is like the open world of Recore like mogs the shit out of this desert. Like this is not good. Like in terms of like a place to spend a lot of time, and you do spend a lot of time.
It's an
because
incomplete thought.
The worlds are not connected to each other. They're like kind of Zelda dungeons now, with like a big desert in between. That's not what Metroid is. Metroid is like, at least when it's good, like you played Metroid Prime.
I mean, if you played any Metroid-inspired game,
Yeah. But
You
see,
know
by
that's
the
what
time,
Metroid
but
is
like,
not.
but you also got to understand, like Metroid Prime 3, also they weren't connected worlds. You were like flying from planet to planet on your ship.
Yeah.
Which was just a loading screen. But like even there, like you would move your ship around the map to different like landing sites for various reasons, and you're hopping back and forth. Like it does not feel good to move from like one area to another in this game. It takes a really long time with loading and like hidden loading, I should say. Transitions from out
the
of the
squeezing
dungeon
between rocks
to your bike, like there are parts closer to the dungeons where in the dungeons where you can use your bike a little bit, but it's like speed restricted. It moves really slow, and you got to get past a lot of transition and loading before you're moving quickly on that bike. And that is weirdly frustrating because you do a lot of like back and forth to these areas. One thing I noticed popping in Metroid Prime Remastered this week and playing through a whole shit ton of it is in the first couple of hours of that game, you've already been to like 4 biomes. In like the first couple of hours, you are constantly moving from area to area, going from, the Chozo ruins down to like Magmore, up into like the Phendrana drifts, where you get one thing and now you're back to the fucking Talon overworld and Magmore again, and then back to Phendrana. Like you're moving around that world, and it's it's connected via like multiple like elevators and stuff. I think that stuff's important to Metroid. Like,
and it ain't here.
it ain't here, but like in a way that is different. Like these areas feel like not you've probably heard that they're quite linear, which is a bad thing. It's a bad thing, when you
And it's
when
true.
you
You're saying
when
it's
you-
true.
it doesn't take long in the first Metroid Prime for you to go into a room and there's like 4 exits. And you're like, maybe you can't go through like 2 of those, like pretty obviously. And maybe even further, you realize that, oh, okay, only really one of these paths is the real way to go because I don't have an upgrade or something. But you're looking around and exploring it like you do a Metroidvania. Like, oh, I'm going to come back to that. I got to remember that door there. Or like, oh shit, that's kind of curious up there. Is this a puzzle I can solve now, or do I need to maybe come back? You're looking around the world, you're exploring it, and you're thinking about it like a Metroidvania. This you do not. You think about these areas as something you want to go through one time. You're going to fight the boss and you're never going to come back, except you do have to go back. And the only reason you know to go back is because Miles McKenzie calls you on his radio and says, hey, maybe you should go back there with that new power up to that one dungeon. Maybe you should check it out. And like the only way you would know to go back there is, I mean, you really wouldn't. Because like they feel like Zelda dungeons, right? And who finishes the water temple and then like,
it's like, man, I can't wait to come back here.
Like, you know what? Let me go back to that water temple. I'm kind of curious now. Like they don't feel like that. They feel like bad Zelda dungeons. And you know, there's 2 that are maybe okay. I mean, like Zelda, it's not an insult. Like Zelda dungeons are like amazing. That's why the Zelda series is great. They're not as good as like a Zelda dungeon, but like they feel like very weirdly like you're at a fucking, like they're linear. They don't feel like a space you're gonna inhabit.
Metroid,
And
it's like a
you go
self-contained
through
puzzle kind of thing that you solve, and then that's it.
and then you're done. And going back to something like that feels like shit, as opposed to just like the fucking Talon overworld where your ship is at in Metroid Prime 1, and you're going back and forth like through that and like finding stuff in there and getting upgrades and like exploring it, and like the music is changing thematically. Like when she learns like fucking, like Metroid Prime is what I've discovered. And this is going to feel like a final thought, but it's not a final thought, is that Metroid Prime is a game that scored a 97 famously. It is one of the highest rated video games of all time. I played through most of Metroid Prime in the past few days, and it is a game deserving of that score. It is a all-timer, and it is one of the best video games ever made. Metroid Prime 2 is like a 94. Metroid Prime 3 is like a 90. Maybe that one's a smidge high. This game is an 80. And you know what? It kind of feels like an 80, which is a disappointment when Metroid Prime is a 97. But when people talk about this shit like it's a 60, like, shut the fuck up, okay? I know you're sad that it's not a 97. This is not a 60. It is still a good time. It runs great. It plays great. The music fucking whips, right? But like, it is not the kind of Metroid Prime experience that people who love Metroid Prime or Metroid Prime 2, even Metroid Prime Corruption to some extent, like wanted and like are maybe expected. Like, and like,
I mean, there's
Are
always.
Are you saying basically it's good, but that's bad because it needed to be great?
No, I don't think that's what he's saying.
I don't think it needed to be great. It needed to be like Metroid though, and this feels like a bad old Zelda game. And in the level design ways, dude.
What you're saying is Metroid Dread is a much better Metroid game.
What?
What you're saying is Dread is a much better game.
Dread is a better video game than this.
Yeah.
But like there are ways where like Dread plays fucking amazing. It has like there are things 2D Metroid does that like even Metroid Prime can't do, right? Like those sick ass like shine spark secrets and stuff. Like Prime has never pulled that shit off, right? It is a different meal, and like they are extremely good at that. And Dread was really good at stuff like that. Like it was smooth, the combat was great, it was challenging. There was like good secrets, and you know, the Shine Spark stuff is still like fucking goated, right? But like, you know, like I thought like the soundtrack was really disappointing in Dread. And in a lot of places where like I think 2D Metroid nails the atmosphere, like in every single one, from the NES to the Game Boy to the Super Nintendo to the 2 that are on Game Boy Advance, like Metroid Dread dropped the ball with like atmosphere in ways that were like a little like unexpected. But whatever, we're not here to talk about Dread. I think it is a
we are.
game. No, but
I love Dread.
so
I'm sorry.
so the thing is, I didn't hate the desert stuff. I liked being in the desert. I liked riding my motorcycle. I had the amiibo, which gives you 3 tracks to listen to. But remember what I said about the music in this game? It's really fucking good. It's like 2 of the themes from this dungeon and the boss of this dungeon. I think it's those tracks, which are like amazing tracks, really great for running around driving around the desert. And like running over those crystals, like you've probably heard complaints about like, oh, at the end of the game, you have to like go out into the desert and grind for crystals for like an hour or 2 hours or whatever. I heard a lot of talk about that, so I made I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna get a bunch of crystals on the way to each of my locations as the game Mackenzie makes me fucking backtrack to base camp every time I want to upgrade my suit. And I was enjoying the fucking music because I had the amiibo. And it feels shitty, but if you don't have the amiibo, it's like a very like there's like it's like atmospheric, like
It's very
know,
like almost choir-like
it's
synth, something like that. It's very light.
No.
Right?
No, when you're driving around, it's like Breath of the Wild. It's like barely there, is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah. That's
It's
what
like
I'm saying.
It's like mood setting, and it's like not. It's not good for a thing where you're spinning. Like it's almost arcadey the way you're driving, speeding around, and getting these crystals. Like you need bumping fucking music, bike music, Wild West music, something, right? If you're on a futuristic Epona, let me play the futuristic fucking Wild West theme that plays at the start of this fucking game, which is so good. The title track to this game kicks so much ass. I started New Game Plus. You're watching me play New Game Plus. Having the amiibo unlocks 2 more, like once you beat the game, you unlock 2 more tracks for your radio. And like, not only is one of them like an extended version of the title theme to this game, which is like some fucking Sergio Leone wannabe like synth shit. It's crazy good. And I mean, Sergio Leone's not synth, but I mean, it's that sort of like the good, the bad, the ugly plus Metroid synth stuff, whatever. And it's great and perfect for riding a bike around in your cool ass biker suit.
So what you're telling me is that because
Also-
I don't have the amiibo, I'm fucked when I'm riding around on the
Well,
motorcycle?
I mean, you could be fucked regardless. I don't know.
The
Like, if you don't-
$30 amiibo.
I'm not doing it.
No, it didn't feel
I
good.
imagine
But I mean,
Samus
like,
would
it
be
is.
listening to podcasts.
It is
while
Samus
she's on her
merchandise.
motorcycle.
It does
That's
suck.
fair.
It does really suck that amiibo that you buy to get the music on the bike is not the bike amiibo. And in fact, she doesn't even have her cool bike suit on the amiibo. It's just her classic fucking
What?
Metroid Prime fucking various suit, whatever. It's really frustrating because I have so much merch already with Samus in that fucking suit. I didn't need another fucking overpriced amiibo in that suit, but whatever. So there's like 5 dungeons. Let's call them dungeons because they're not fucking spaces you inhabit and explore atmospherically like Metroid Prime. They're like dungeons. This one is probably the best one. The one after that, the Ice Belt, is pretty cool too. Especially because both of them have like kind of like a power on moment, right? Like quite literally in the Ice Belt, but like you're trying to restore power to like basically the dungeon essentially. And when you do, the actual like dungeon music like kicks in and it slaps, right? Like it kicks
Fucking
ass.
slaps.
And like it's very kind of like quiet and atmospheric, especially in the Ice Belt, like up until that point. So it's like a cool moment. But that's 2 dungeons. This one, which is the Volt Forge, where you build your bike and learn how to ride your bike, and 2 is the Ice Belt, where you're mostly it's like it starts off like very slow and you're doing a lot of like reading logs and stuff, and then it
You'd
kind of
love
pops
that
off.
though, Brad.
Well, the scanning sucks in this game. It takes too long. It's not nearly as cool as it was in Prime and the other ones where, most of them, well, whatever. We don't need to get into that. But
No.
and there's too much stuff to scan. I never try to get 100% scans in these games, but like especially not in this one because there's like so many scans. And it's not like, oh, this is a door. You open doors by shooting them and you never have to scan another door again. They do this thing. And I'm trying to remember if like Prime, by the time we got to Prime 3, if they were doing it where like all the various, like you go into a room, like a lab or something, or a forge, a Volt Forge, and there's like 18 different computer screens. They're all like separate scans because they all want to say something different about the technology in that room. And it's like, this is insane. And then if you get to a door, let's say that door like gets blasted open by like a fucking, I don't know, not a Metroid, because there ain't no fucking Metroids in this game.
What?
That's so stupid. That's so
You
Spoiler!
buried the lead
Spoiler.
on this.
there's like a cutscene Metroid, and then that's it. It's insane, but whatever. You know, there's been did Metroid Prime.
I'm
do you
having a
have any
really hard
Metroids?
time getting a read on how you actually feel about this game, Brad.
Okay,
It feels like
you're like
peaks
a
and
person in
valleys.
a Discord. Okay, I know you just want that Brad happy or Brad sad, but hold on, it's complex. It's true though. People really get uncomfortable when it's not that.
I mean, when it comes to you and something like Metroid, yes,
We'll
yes.
get there. I'm still just talking. Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
you
told you
are. It's just
about
talking.
these two cool dungeons. These two cool dungeons, right? Right?
Yes.
2 and 3. This is 2. 3 is the ice belt. The first
God
one,
damn it,
Fury
Brad, get on
Green,
with it.
is that one with like Miles McKinsey. You know,
Yes.
it's like basically a tutorial. That thing is the most linear and shitty thing, except not. It's linear. You never want to go back there, but you have to because that's where your home base is. And it's like it's a bad area and it's too short and it's not remarkable at all. It has good music. And then the 2 after the ice belt are shitty. They're really shitty. Like I think Flare Pool is like weirdly bad and linear for something I thought was going to be way cooler. And then the mines. Let me tell you, the mines. I do not yearn for the mines, man.
Brad, I
So-
do have to interject here and say that, like, on some level here, you're like actively talking me out of playing this game, and I don't
I
necessarily
don't give a
want
shit.
you to do
I don't give a shit. This conversation is above you. You don't exist in this conversation, and I apologize. I'm never like that with my games. But hang on a second, Nick. I don't give a shit if you don't play this game. I really don't. You have not played Metroid
that. I'm
Prime 2
already
and 3,
playing it.
so play those.
I'm already playing it, you dumb bitch.
Replay Metroid Prime 1.
I hate you.
Nick, it gets worse. The
I
game
know, but
will
you're
get
like
worse.
it's like you're like using this podcast, as Papa Shot in chat said, you're using this podcast to like talk through your feelings on Metroid, and it's like
Yes,
you're
that
going
is
into more
absolutely what I'm
detail
doing.
than I necessarily need you to, because like I don't want to
I
know every beat of the game,
And I'm
because
not-
I
I'm
do
not.
intend to play it.
I'm not going to go into detail on those like later game areas, but just know that the Federation, your Federation homies are ever present. Like a lot of people were like, "Oh, Miles is gonna like go away, and we're not gonna have to like deal with these fuckers anymore." No, like they like as you go in the game, they are more present in your dungeons.
This is like the
And, like-
Miles and other people, right?
Yes,
You're talking- is that
Miles
what
and
you're
the other
talking about?
people. And let me tell you, those characters might not be as cringy as Miles, but they're not like good. Like the story of this game is not like good. And in Metroid, like the story has only ever really been good when it's been like, you know, in
Barely
those
there.
quiet atmospheric moments and you're reading like, oh, like this shit about like the Chozo is actually kind of sad. And these space pirates are like actually kind of like that's really fucked up what they're doing right now. You know, but it's like, you know, the lore in a limited capacity when you're really feeling the atmospheric vibes of a Metroid game, it's pretty good. But here it wants to have more like, you know, some people will call that like Halo-y back with Metroid Prime 3. Like it feels like nothing, man. Even calling it Halo is like too much of a compliment. Like it's not there's just not much there. There's not much to these characters. There's not much to the storyline. Yet another ancient race that like had some tragedy. We've done that before multiple times over with multiple ancient races or whatever. Like, what do you?
Can I just say that it's crazy there's no Metroids in this game, and yet they have these like bulbous floating alien creatures flying around here?
Yeah.
That seem to subtly
These are robots.
resemble Metroids.
It is cool that this dungeon
We are
is
beyond
like a factory
Metroids.
for making motorcycles. Like this is a factory for making motorcycles, and that's pretty cool.
Yet you have the only motorcycle in the game.
No, there's other motorcycles in this,
Oh, okay.
you know, factory.
Oh.
But like I'm the only one driving one around. I just want to say, like, you have like
It's a robot.
there's like a main villain, quote unquote main villain, does not have main villain energy, but he does show up a few times, and he sucks. His name is Silux, and if you don't know who he is, that's fine because he was a Metroid Prime Hunters for the DS, that multiplayer DS game that I guess kind of had single player. He's from that, and like I guess Retro has always like maybe teased that he would be a bigger deal. He does not feel like a big deal at all here. In fact, it's just mostly like, oh, I forgot about you every time he shows up, and it's like, okay, whatever. At least your boss fight's pretty fun, which is remember it feels good to play. But yeah, if you're in it for like the story and the characters, like there ain't nothing here for you really. Um, sadly, I guess. But you know what? Like this little mini boss here is pretty cool. Like one thing I want to say. Now we're going long here. Are like the abilities you get. The one I'm using now is like the most interesting ability. It's just the beetle from Skyward Sword, whatever. Twing twang. Everything else is the most like basic, boring shit in a way that is not only disappointing, but like it's not. They're not even. That's stuff. It's stuff that's not that was used in more interesting ways when they showed up in like Prime 1 and Prime 2 and Prime 3. And those games had other cool abilities that aren't in this game. Like the like I think a trademark of or like like a signature of the Metroid Prime games are cool like sequences where you're in morph ball mode where it goes like side scrolling or top down and you're doing
Yeah.
cool platforming sequences or puzzles or encounters or even boss fights. Although fuck the boost guardian from Metroid Prime 2, holy shit. They do some of that here, but it feels so like simple and uninspired, and like there's just nothing there. It's like they knew they had to have that stuff in there, and there's plenty of it in there, but like they're just not doing anything like challenging or like creative with it. Like there was much better of that stuff in the other Prime games, and it feels weird that they're not trying something a little more unique. You get a double jump, you get uh like a grapple, but like none of the grapple stuff here is like even good, much less inspired or interesting or fun or challenging. And they did do that in the other Prime games. Like Skytown and Prime 3, like you were like doing fucking cool stuff with like your grappling hook and those rails and you would get like the fucking, screw attack y'all simpletons call it, but the one where she flies through the air. It's not really the screw attack. The screw attack is the upgrade that makes it like damaging to enemies. But
Okay,
whatever.
nerd.
Y'all think of it as the screw attack. I'm saying that ain't in Prime 4. Like we could have really used some of that, but like I don't know if there was enough interesting vertical space to have made it like interesting. There's nothing exciting about the upgrades, and that is really frustrating because I think if you're going to make any Metroidvania, not even a Metroid game, any Metroidvania in this day and age,
It
in a
lives and dies
post
by its
fucking
by-
everything world, every other indie developer makes a Metroidvania. The one thing you probably need to do to stand out a little bit is to come up with some interesting abilities. Not like, oh, the boost ball can like boost now, which was like one of the first things you get in Metroid Prime 1. Like and they don't do anything with it. It's so weird that there's no like they were maybe like I feel like this developer, what was left of Retro Studios, which has changed a lot over the years, was so afraid that maybe they couldn't just make another Metroid Prime game after all these years, 18 years later, with so much staff having been gone, including like the leads and director of like the first 3 Prime games who formed Armature Studios and made Recore. By the way, Recore is a better Metroid Prime game than this one, maybe. I like Recore. Some people hate Recore. One of the big complaints about Recore is like there's a big at the end of the game you have to go around and collect all of these fucking orbs before you could do the final dungeon. Everyone hated it, just like they hate it here with the green crystals. I didn't have a problem in that game because I got them as I played, just like the green crystals here. Get fucked, y'all. Look, it's disappointing. It plays great. It looks great. The music's amazing. There's not anything out there like Metroid Prime. There really isn't. Like so little is inspired by Metroid Prime, which is disappointing. 2D Metroid all over the place. 3D Metroid, there ain't nothing like this. And if you miss Metroid Prime, yeah, fucking play it. Like for the sick, for the soundtrack and just how cool she looks in her fucking suit it might be worth the price of admission, honestly. But like,
It is a
she's a
very pretty
mute.
game.
She's a
It
mute.
is
She's
very.
like she's a silent protagonist.
$70 game, Bradley.
She's a silent protagonist, and you know what? It does not fucking matter that she was a silent protagonist in Metroid Prime because there was no one there to fucking talk to. But now there is, and it's fucking stupid. It's stupid because they're talking at her and she's just giving quiet nods. It's never good.
That's when
Don't
you
do that.
realize she is literally a mute.
And,
we never knew.
They talk about her like she's oh my god, it's Samus, like like Doomslayer a little bit, right? But like it's so she has nothing to contribute outside of like the most, like if you blinked you'd miss them. Like her nods are like they're like 8-degree nods.
Sure.
She's barely moving her head. You could miss them. It's stupid. Why do they do that? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But you know what? You know how you solve that problem? You don't give her characters to interact with. Man, and we were talking about it with the Miles McKenzie, and everyone was like, "Oh, you're all overreacting," and I'm like, "Well, every time that they've had like the Federation around and other characters to interact with, it's always worse." And it's true, and it's worse because of it here. And it wasn't like an Atreus spoiling every puzzle kind of situation, but let me tell you, when you're trying to vibe out in the desert and the game suddenly thinks that you don't know where to go, but you're trying to vibe out in the desert and collect 8,000 crystals, and Mackenzie keeps popping on there to say, "Hey, maybe you should head back to that one dungeon that you really hated, but you have this power." It's
That sounds
not
awful.
good. It's not good because you can't even turn that off. And Metroid Prime 1, you could turn off the hint system that tells you what room to go to. Here, it's not an option. He will keep calling you on the fucking radio to remind you what you should be doing, which you don't even, of course you already know. How could you not? When you would think that in a world with a big open desert, you would have freedom to do the dungeons in at least a couple of them in an order that you wanted to. You cannot. You absolutely cannot. And if you try to go to a dungeon out of order, it's just going to be, you're just going to waste so much time because these transitions and loads take so much time that like you feel like an asshole for choosing the wrong one. Because McKinsey, he makes it sound like you can have the freedom to do so, but you can't. You don't have that freedom. And it even does some like horrible shit like, "Oh, you need that fire beam. Run over to the very front of the fire dungeon to like upgrade your fire beam, and now you could do the ice world." And it feels bad. It feels bad. But, wait till you hear the music. All right, I'm done. We're not gonna let the footage
finished just as the footage looped.
Dang!
I told you I would. I told you I would.
I feel like he was just that was what he was going. That's what he was going for from the very beginning.
Nah, I got plenty more to say, but we need to move on.
I mean, do you feel better? No,
no, he doesn't.
I mean, honestly, I'm gonna keep playing Prime 1, and I want to play some Metroid games, some good Metroid games.
I mean, play Dread. Dread's pretty good.
I've played Dread. Okay,
I know. You've played all of them. Is there a
for the
Metroid game you haven't played at this point?
I have never played all the way through the Game Boy Samus Returns or Return of Samus.
But you have
Metroid 2 on. Yeah, I played through AM2R and I played through the Mercury Steam one, of course. But I've never finished the one on Game Boy. I didn't really have a Game Boy until
Damn.
Game Boy Pocket with like the bundle with Zelda, and Metroid 2 already at that time seemed like too dated. I'd already played Super Metroid, and I'm like, Game Boy kind of sucked back then. Let me tell you, like that was a really like limited console. It had 2 buttons, but whatever.
All right.
Federation Force. I've never played Federation Force.
Better game than Metroid Prime 4? Maybe, possibly.
Don't be stupid. Also, this is better than, I think it's better than Other M. Like let's not, like I'm saying, it's like an 80 on OpenCritic. It deserves that. It feels like that. It's not Other M. It's not. I would say this. I like this more than definitely the worst Prime game, and I'm not even too fond of Metroid Prime 3. But Metroid Prime 3 does cool stuff with like the phase on corruption or whatever, and the boss fights are cool. Combat feels they really needed to have remastered 2 and 3. That remaster of 1 is so good. It's a real crime. Like Nintendo, they're
Three is the
assholes.
three is the
They're
three is the one
the
that
Wii
kind of
one.
makes it. Yeah, but that's the one that kind of makes it difficult, right? To like
Yeah.
remaster. You'd basically have to remake it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but the
You wouldn't have to
Prime 1,
remake it.
they really did kind of like put a lot of work into that game. And two's really good. Three's good, but it's not like 1 and 2.
I mean, the Switch 2 has mouse mode for its
It seems it
controllers.
just seems like
so.
Metroid Prime is a series happens to be a series of diminishing returns because it sounds like the ranking is like
No.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
But like two was a kind of like a crazy ambitious like sequel.
Well,
In
yeah,
some
but I'm saying
ways.
if you look at the
It filtered
trajectory
so
of
many
like,
people though because it was
But if-
very difficult.
but I'm just saying if you look at the trajectory of like the reception to these games in this series, it seems like it's getting steadily.
Yeah.
It's trending down in terms of quality.
Yeah, but there was an 18-year gap. I mean, that doesn't even really.
That is-
like
that is
the world
ridiculous.
of game reviews have like changed in significant
Yes.
ways 3 times over since.
I mean, the world of game reviews,
Corruption.
the world of games in general has changed so dramatically. It's not surprising that there is a significant
But I do want
challenge to revisiting this series.
to remind you that Metroid Prime Remaster came out last year. Metroid Prime Remaster came out last year, and it's at a 94 on Metacritic, which is kind of unheard of for a remaster. Like it might be the highest rated remaster of all time. So like there is still a love and a reverence and like a hey, this holds the fuck up hashtag understatement. You know, like it's not I know time has passed and reviewers have changed, but Metroid Prime is still a goat.
Steady as she goes. Still steady as she goes. All right, guys, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna talk about a couple more
Other stuff.
games, and I want to recap some of the highlights from last week's Game Awards. We didn't do a podcast last week, but the guys here did do commentary on the show, and there were a lot of announcements. I don't want to spend a ton of time talking about like the awards and whatnot, but I do want to have an opportunity to talk about some of the games that were announced because, if you ask me, anyways, I think it was a really good show from that perspective. So, we'll do that. We're going to talk about Routine. Chris Davis started that game today, and I have played a lot of it at this point. And I've also been playing the Seance of Blake Manor, which I want to talk about. So we'll hit those when we come back. So if you're watching us live, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
You could table Seance because I plan on starting that with Malia.
I
I
mean,
don't know how much of that have you played.
I have more to say about Seance than Routine at this point. I've played like 9 hours of it.
Oh. What number is this? 858?
858.
I started playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
That's
It's pretty all right.
That's pretty good fucking game.
There's gonna be lots of AI in the next one.
Yeah, there's gonna be lots of AI and everything now.
because that's the world we live in.
Oh, dude, they're trying. Like, you don't understand. We have to let them use AI, or else the economy will explode and kill us all.
You don't understand if we don't if you let us
The
if you stop letting us
economy-
use
The economy. There's a giant bubble of like $9 billion that's just getting passed around 4 different companies. You gotta let them keep doing it. You gotta let them keep doing it.
if you stop letting us use copyrighted material for AI, the AI industry will crumble. Let it burn. I'll be right back.
The bubble, Nick, the bubble. But the bubble. But the bubble. But the bubble.
Tack, I have not played the Bannerlord expansion, but I've actually thought about it. If anyone would be playing it, would be Brad, though.
My wife is watching Stranger Things in the living room, and I came out, and she was like, "Don't look at me." She's in there crying. Don't look at me. All right. Are y'all just being really quiet?
Yeah.
Okay. Because
Just
y'all are
thinking about-
moving around just enough that it looked like maybe you should be making noise, but I wasn't hearing anything.
I'm chewing. I'm being polite.
He's eating his KFC.
Uh-huh.
Oh, how are
But
the
you're s-
fries? How are those fries? I bet there's not much sodium in them.
They're okay.
Wait. KFC has fries?
I had fries for years. Years.
Oh.
They're nothing right.
Weird.
You know a sin? I guess I'll wait. I want to mention a 2-second sin at Metroid Prime. It's almost worse than no Metroids being in the game.
Go for it.
I'm gonna wait till we're recording. And it's not a
Oh.
conversation. You are gonna be shocked when I tell you. I will say, like, there's not like multiple visors. Like, I feel like one of the things about the Metroid Prime series are cool new visors. Like, y'all have played Prime 1, right? You get the heat visor, right? Which is cool. Like, not, that plays into like puzzle solving, but it lets you like, when the lights go out in the research lab, I mean, that it's cool, right? And then they have the X-ray visor, which is cool. You can see fucking skeletal Samus's
Yeah,
skeletal hand
yeah.
and shit. And Prime 2 has the what is the visor in Prime 2? It has a couple visors. Not X-ray. It has the but like there's only the scan visor in Prime 4. Like, it's like, what are you doing, man? It feels like
Nobody
they made
knows.
Prime 0, like Prime, but even less. Weird.
Hooray! We can finally start next season.
Hooray! Someone just landed a sick ass kickflip, and he.
Okay. Good night. They're waving.
Hi. Oh yeah, Metroid Prime 2 Echoes has the Echo visor, the dark visor. Like, there's no they all they have is the scan visor, which looks not good. Like it doesn't even have like a cool visual overlay. And like the Prime games, they look cool when you're scanning something. And like the way like stuff like comes in from like the side of the screen, like they always have like x-rays of like the things you're scanning and stuff, and like various cool panels and stuff about like it doesn't look cool even scanning in Prime 4. It's like, what do you did they play the other games? They allegedly made them, but what the fuck, dude?
Allegedly.
Well, I mean, a lot of the people at Retro, they made a couple Donkey Kong games, They had some canceled projects. It's been a long time since they made Metroid.
This was just their practice run.
The Echo
Brad.
visor was cool. It was a sound visor. Man, I just don't. I don't get it. It's like they didn't have enough time to make. I guess Prime
say
3 had
that.
the command visor, which was like kind of nothing. The thing where you like tell your ship to like land here or shoot a wall or something. Yeah, it's kind of whatever. But it also had like when you went to like phase on mode or whatever, corrupted mode, like it looked fucking cool. It had a new visor. It's like what like a GameCube game from 2002 should not feel more complex than a fourth game in that same series that came out in 2025. It's so weird.
I don't
Like
disagree.
I you don't see that arc in any other franchise. It doesn't make sense to me. Stuff gets more. I'm trying to think of. Is there another series that have been? I feel like this happened recently or something, where the series had been gone so long that, and they were so afraid of like fucking it up that they just made like the most basic bitch shit. I'm trying to think. Dragon
Star Wars
Age?
Battlefield.
Dragon
Star Wars.
Age.
Well, yeah, Dragon Age.
That's actually kind of.
Star Wars
I mean,
Battlefront.
you know what's
Remember?
crazy
That
about
used to be,
Dragon
like,
Age: The
kinda
Veilguard?
big.
The Veilguard was like pretty. It ran great. The combat was like maybe the best feeling of the games.
Just
But it was
himself over here.
No, I'm saying like it has a similar energy, but it was like so disappointing because like the important. Well, no, I mean, I guess the important things of Dragon Age were not in the Veilguard. Huh.
I heard you, Crispy.
Except Morgan, she was there.
Thanks.
Can we hit record?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll open with a
More
horror
Metroid?
no, just a stinger, a little horror stinger at the end. It's a question.
All right, I'm recording.
Everybody recording?
Yeah.
Yep.
Are y'all ready for my question?
Wait, nope. We got to
No.
do roll call.
Oh,
Roll
okay.
call, Brad.
I won't be.
Hello.
Crispy.
Hello.
Chris Davis.
Hello, hello, hello.
That's how you make
All
a
right.
good dick, by the way. Hello.
Whoa, what? Oh,
Hello. That was so good. Hello.
Wow.
Waveform dick.
every
Hey,
once
are
in a
you
while,
ready?
we
Are
have
you
to-
ready for my
to return.
question, y'all Metroid
Wait.
Prime fans? Do we not do all
Yes.
the hellos, the waveforms?
No, we
things?
did. It was just kind
Oh.
of sloppy It was a sloppy re-entry into the second segment, but who cares? What's your question,
Hey.
Brad?
No. Hey guys, are y'all ready to answer my question?
I'm
Sure.
Do y'all
so
remember-
ready.
So y'all know how Metroid Prime does cool visual things. You charge your blaster, shoot a wall, you see her reflection and stuff.
Yes.
One of the cool things is when you come out of water, right? Right?
Yeah.
You see the water
that the
drip down her
fog?
visor.
Oh.
That kind of like atmospheric shit, the water drip down her visor. Well, in Metroid Prime 4, that effect's not in there because you never go underwater. What kind of fucking criminal shit is that? A Metroid game with no
Wait a second.
underwater at all? It
It's
is a
not as bad as I
sin.
thought.
It's a fucking sin.
Is your
So you-
question
you.
that you want us to answer Wait, where was the question in that? I guess
Oh,
is
Yeah.
Do you remember
There was-
the water?
like
It felt more
everything,
like-
this is just him talking for himself. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is an episode about Brad trying to talk through trauma.
yeah. Listen,
We're not here. Nick.
I mean, y'all
It's
y'all
just
not
Brad.
played the game, and y'all are like, you know, not the biggest
Hostile.
Metroid fans. That this was a very one-sided conversation, but I think honestly, the listeners, the viewers, they probably would have wanted it that way. I mean, it's better than me trying to convince Nick to play it or not, which happens with some of these conversations.
He's already playing it. He said this.
I'm already playing it.
Oh, well, you know,
And I was
you can
over
bring it
here
up when
trying to
you
tell
finish.
you to like maybe don't go into great detail on certain
I
things
don't
that
want
I
to
haven't.
spoil the great story or anything.
That's not.
Look, the takeaway I had from that conversation is that maybe I should spend my money on Donkey Kong Bonanza.
And my takeaway is I've already spent my money on Metroid Prime, and I'm gonna keep playing it. God damn it!
Your takeaway is like, oh wow, that dude has a lot of feelings about Metroid. That should have been
I
the
mean,
takeaway.
That is definitely one of the takeaways.
Yeah, but that's not.
There's no
like,
underwater.
new.
There's no underwater. Do you know what one of Brad's favorite things are?
Being waterboarded? I don't.
Going underwater in a video game. Do you know what series does that extremely well?
Metroid Prime.
Tomb Raider.
Metroid Prime and 2D Metroid. And Tomb Raider, absolutely. I love Tomb Raider. Are we transitioning to Tomb Raider?
No, we're not.
wait,
What?
wait.
Nobody here is talking about Tomb Raider except for when we get to the Game Awards stuff, which we'll do
Yeah,
that
that's what I meant.
in a
That's
little
what I
bit.
meant.
I figured since there's 2 more games we're going to cover tonight. I want to talk about. Why don't we start with Routine? Because Routine has been coming for a long time.
Where's Carlos?
The French guy.
Carlos is.
Routine.
I'm sorry,
feel like-
Brad. Am I not enough for you?
No.
To talk about
that,
it?
You don't
that
kinda
is
have
the
the history.
theme of the podcast.
Also, he's probably
Nick.
like finished it 8 times by now.
I don't care. Carlos ain't here. What? I know Carlos is a fan of this game, and I know he's been looking forward to this game for a long time. I even had to rely on him a couple times when I was streaming this game over the past week or
You
so.
fucking scrub, dude.
Hey, I heard this game was pretty basic as fuck, and like, you don't interact with anything other than this device you're carrying.
Okay,
That's
so
not true.
that is kind of a loaded question.
Was it? I felt like it was very
More of a
clear
loaded
and
statement.
even-handed.
More of a
Very
loaded
leading,
statement.
maybe leading?
It's more like the fact that your gun, they call it the CAT, the cat or whatever it's called.
Yeah, you're not
it's
playing
multi-purpose. It's not just a gun. It's an item.
What?
It does multiple things.
It's not
This
even a
this
gun per se.
Game is very diegetic. What?
I don't know how to react to that statement, but so look, Routine is in a lot of ways, and so I had somebody point out to me that like this is not a spiritual successor to fucking Alien Isolation because Routine's been in development for way longer than Alien Isolation ever was, and it's
Oh,
kind of the
really?
other way around. And I was like, yeah, I know, but look,
Is that even
Alien
true?
Isolation. I mean,
That's
no,
true.
there's probably no. I mean, yeah, it's been in development in one way or another longer than Alien Isolation.
Routine was
has
supposed
been
to
a
launch
thing.
in 2013. Alien Isolation came out in 2014.
Did we
let me just-
know
I think
that
that's way
that
longer.
the gameplay was? Did we know what the gameplay was going to be like though?
It was supposed to
No,
be like
no.
a roguelite thing.
Oh,
Yeah, the game that they were making in 2013, I don't think resembles this at all. But
It
also,
wasn't a
that
video
is
game
one
back then.
that is one thing that probably Carlos could speak to better than I can. So I'm not going to try. What I will say is the game that we got now is very much a game that kind of like follows in the footsteps of something like Alien Isolation. The character that you play in this game is not a like warrior or whatever. Like he is like a maintenance guy. He's been sent to the space
Technician.
station. He's a technician who's been sent to this space station. So like the only thing that you interact with directly is this CAT or CAT diagnostic device, which kind of when you attach certain modules to it, kind of serves as like a weapon of sorts. But like
Yeah.
you are very much like when you encounter enemies in this game, usually the best choice of action is to run and to hide and to avoid them at all costs. I have spent a fair amount of time hiding under tables, not lockers, as I did frequently in Alien Isolation, but I spent lots of time hiding under tables.
Yep.
But yeah, but like what we ended up getting is this like really, really kind of like striking. Uh, how would you what's the term that's commonly used to describe kind of like the visual style of like Alien, where it's kind of like
Retrofuturistic.
Retrofuturistic? Yeah, it's got the vibe. It feels very much. It's even got that really nice kind of like gritty filter over it. The way that like it's like it feels kind of like you're watching the original Alien. It's got this like grainy green kind of like filter over it.
It's,
Really
it's
nice.
like
But,
the 80s
you're-
never ended and he went to the moon and it was still the 80s.
yeah.
Oh,
But
that's very interesting. Has anyone ever done that before?
shut up, Crispy. But look, the thing that surprises me about this game, and at first it almost felt like, and maybe Chris Davis is having a completely different experience than me. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if you tuned in and saw my any of my streams as I was playing this, but which I think I've streamed it twice now. Both times that I streamed it, I got stuck in rooms and doing things where it's like I had no fucking clue how to progress. And it's one of those games. It doesn't give you any like
It
visual
doesn't.
cues or
It
does
barely
not
gives
point
you a
you at anything.
tutorial. It
It needs a Miles McKinsey. What it sounds like.
Yeah, no. This is the polar opposite of having a Miles McKinsey. And like, I shit you not, I don't know. You're clearly past this part, so I don't know what the experience was like for you, Chris Davis. But I spent like 30 minutes on my stream running around that fucking first hallway, trying to figure out how to get through a door into to get on an elevator.
Yep.
And the
Sounds
solution
like classic
like,
Nick slop though. Like
No,
so many
but you
horror
ne-
games are like that.
Well,
you needed you needed an ID card to get on the elevator, and you needed to find the personal ID card for a very specific person. I found the ID card, and I was like, okay, how do I use it? I'm walking around, and I'm going to the door, and I'm like, it's not letting me use it, whatever. And it's like you have to plug in like his identification, like employee identification number to access the door, whatever. And then like after like 30 minutes, I was like looking around, like, what the fuck am I doing? And I looked down, and you can see your body. And his ID card was printed on the front of his fucking suit. And I'm reading the number upside down. I was like, you gotta be shitting me. And I plugged it in, and I was like, what the fuck? But like, like, I've had multiple experiences like that in the game. And it's one of those things where it's like, when I realized what I was like, I felt so fucking stupid. But then I was also like, that's also so fucking cool. It like so many of the puzzles, quote unquote, in this game have been just about like, how close of attention are you paying to the environment around you, because that's where you're going to find your solutions. It's about like reading hand-drawn scribbles on like whiteboards and like actually paying attention to what's been written, and then like piecing that together to like figure out where to go and how to use your little tool to get through the thing. And I don't want to spoil any of it for you, especially because there's things that like Chris Davis hasn't seen yet, but like there's a module that you get for this thing, and like it doesn't really tell you. It tells you what it does, but it doesn't tell you how it's intended to be used in context of the game. And it took some experimentation. And then I had this idea in my head. I was like, I guess you could maybe use it this way, but there's no way. There's no fucking way. And then I go and I do it, and sure enough, that's how you're supposed to use it. And it kind of fucking blew my mind.
You can take a picture of the moon.
It's really interesting how much the game wants you to be paying attention to the environment and how little work it does to actually reinforce like things you interact with. Like, it took me a while to realize that like the PDA, the personal digital assistant that you work with, isn't like a device that you have on you that you just press, something on your keyboard to activate and pull up. No, it's wall projector manels, monitors that you go up to, you pull out your gun, you press a button on your gun to connect a Wi-Fi link to it, and then you can go scroll through your objectives, your notes and everything, and then save. It's
projected in real time on the wall in front of you, but like you have to like access it through your gun. There's also like times where like your little like tiny little screen on the back of your gun that you kind of like view your like viewfinder or whatever, it gets all kind of out of whack, and you have to there's a degauss button to like degauss.
Because it's a CRT.
Sometimes I forget to do it, and I'm like panicking, and I'm like trying to. It's like, why the fuck is my screen all fucked up? And someone's like, "Decauss your screen." Fuck, I forgot to do that.
This is what Bognoise was talking about. He says
Yeah.
Yeah,
this is what he means by diegetic. Everything's in the
yeah.
game. Makes sense.
It's
Also, I think it's pronounced Degauss, isn't it?
Decauss.
like
Yeah,
that.
I mean, I wouldn't know. I was born after CRTs were no longer a thing.
No,
That's
you
not
weren't.
true.
You're
not
older
That's
than
a
me,
lie.
eh?
You're wrong.
That was the joke, Crispy. That was the fucking joke.
You're a fucking
has been a-
liar.
It has been a very long time since I've degaussed a screen, though.
That was so
I've
satisfying.
never.
when you
I
did,
feel
though.
like I've only ever did it out of fun. I've never done it out of like utility.
Out of necessity, yeah. Sometimes you need
Because
to.
you were on the moon.
But so this is a game where it's like you're trying to figure out what happened at the space station, and clearly there was this like lockdown, and all the robots in the space station are like now
Killer.
they're usually like robots that are there to like help you, whatever. And now they're kind of like the robots in Alien Isolation. They now like hunt you down and kill you. But what's crazy is like you realize there's kind of something funky about the way these robots work. Like, but you don't really just like watching them. It's like you're trying to figure out what the fuck it is. But it's one of those things you can like find. There's like a notepad somewhere where someone has written down like how the robots like operate, and then you realize, oh, only one of the robots can be active at a time on a floor. So it's like there's like 5 robots on this floor,
Yeah, I
and when
didn't
you
know
see
that.
yeah, so like if one is moving, the
Oh.
other ones are frozen. So like it's just like, and you might never realize that unless you're like paying super close attention. But
Oh shit.
it does a lot of cool things.
I think
But
it's
what I can
I was gonna say I think I keep coming back to your tool weapon thing. I just think it's such a cool idea how modular and what they're trying to do with it. Like it's not just a gun; it's how you connect to your PDA to track your objectives and how you do stuff. It's also like a puzzle tool. Like you get a module early in the game that lets it project like a blacklight view, and so you use that to solve puzzles. Like you flash it on a monitor. That's like a keypad.
Don't say that. That's
All
one
right, well,
like this
anyway.
is like one of those things. Like that's one of the things that kind of blew my mind, and I was
Yeah.
like, I wouldn't want to spoil that.
Sounds like there's
but
more
the game
puzzles
is-
than Metroid Prime 4.
But the thing is,
This is
the game
possible.
just the game does not want to tell you anything. You have to go find shit out. There's like one
that's
very
the
small tutorial at the
sauce,
very
though.
beginning. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with you. I agree with you. I'm just
Okay.
saying, like, if you're going in expecting like some kind of guidance on what you're supposed to do outside of
Metroid
reading
Prime
a
4.
couple notes at the very beginning, like, good fucking luck. It doesn't want to teach you anything except what's the absolute fucking basic.
This is like this is a game that like I think captures the kind of like loneliness and isolation of like being
Fuck
alone
you,
in
dude.
space. Like
Of all
yeah,
episodes, fuck you.
I know what you're thinking. I mean it's very different still than like the way Metroid does it. It's a very different approach to it, but like it I mean, my brain keeps going back to like the original Alien, like just kind of the vibes of that and how it just felt very like um uh what's the word I'm looking for? Where it's just like everything feels you just feel super isolated from like humanity. I don't know. It does a really good job of this, but like the one thing I do want to say, and I don't want to spoil this.
You do know that Metroid is
Explicitly.
inspired by
Yes,
Alien,
I
right?
know.
Okay.
Brad, I know.
Okay.
Not everything is about Metroid. This is obviously very different
No,
than
I'm
Metroid.
talking about Alien.
Yes, I know. It's also inspired by Alien, of course. Because like 1,000 things are inspired by Alien. The comparison is maybe a little more obvious here because this game actually looks like Alien in a lot, like visually speaking.
I haven't seen any aliens.
Okay, well, first of all, let me just say, and I don't want to spoil any of this,
Well,
but like,
sounds like you're.
I am on chapter 4 of this game, and I'm not going to say explicitly what it is. If you watch my stream, you know what I'm talking about. One of the scariest things I've ever experienced, and like just straight up. This, you know how everyone used to talk about like like the basement level in Condemned.
Mm-hmm.
and how it was like one of the scariest fucking things.
Hmm.
This has a kind of an equivalent, I would say, because
What about
I don't.
you're talking
Mm,
about the farmhouse? What about the level
yeah,
in
yeah, the
Amnesia
farmhouse, the
where that
farmhouse.
thing is stalking you in the water and you can't see it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
That was kind of a goat.
it's
Yeah.
very much, yeah. It's very much that kind of thing. Um, but like it spends a lot of the game kind of like getting you used to like one type of thing, and you get kind of comfortable with it, and then as soon as you're comfortable with it, it's like, oh, by the way, here's this absolutely horrifying thing, and it's totally different, and you have no idea how to deal with it.
So this game's hype
And
as fuck.
it's I haven't finished it yet, and I think a lot of it of how I ultimately feel about the game is going to kind of hinge upon how it sticks the landing. But
I'm glad that horror is a genre that like gets to have atmosphere. Like it's so important to horror. I like when other games genres are atmospheric because I feel like the horror atmosphere is kind of like the one thing, and it's always that way. It'd be nice. Be nice to.
why do I
you
feel like he's
know.
talking about Metroid again?
Well, I'm just saying, like it's
Life finds a way.
yeah. You're like, oh, it's very atmospheric and stuff, and like, yeah, of course it is. Something's trying to kill you, and you're very weak. And I know, it's dark, and
I think the most interesting thing about this game
I feel like he's
is
calling you stupid, Nick.
I
no,
know.
no,
I'm
it's
just
a
saying. I
locker
think
hider, though. I'm not gonna play it.
it's not as much of a locker hider as you're probably thinking.
This looks like Alien Isolation, except
It
instead of a
is.
locker, you're
It
peeking under a.
look.
Yeah.
Look.
I'm with
Yes,
Brad. I don't like horror games either.
That's not what I said.
this is here's what I will say about the comparison to Alien Isolation. Alien Isolation is like you have one enemy that is constantly hunting you, and it can pop out at any time. So like, any room you walk into, you feel like you got to be ready to like jump in the closest locker or hide under the nearest table. This is not necessarily that, because you're not constantly faced with one enemy. You're navigating these corridors that are being patrolled by like these murderous robots, and so you spend a lot less time hiding. I think it's more about just kind of like making sure you think your pathway is clear, and then making a run for it,
But that's
kind
what
of
Alien
situation.
Isolation was.
But like Alien Isolation, there was always this fear that like if you're in a room and everything's totally fine and you think you're safe, the alien can just decide to fucking fuck your shit up in
Yeah.
the middle of that. This isn't really that. Um,
It's like a Soma.
it is a little bit like a Soma, but it does take a hard turn at some point and become more like like an Amnesia.
Well, I a Soma, like a Soma. I mean, that game famously has a mod to remove enemies because, like, the
Yes.
actual gameplay of that game is not very good. It's the conversation that the game is
The
having with you
conversation
that
around it is
so
incredible.
Yes.
that is so good.
The ending of
what's
Soma
happening
is
here and what's happening here in routine. Like, what is this?
okay. Look, what
about?
this is one of those things where I don't want to spoil it for you, and I'm also still trying to like figure out the crux of everything right now. It's like I haven't seen how it
Yeah.
ultimately plays out, but the thing that I alluded to that happens in chapter 4 is where you
Sure.
start to kind of realize what the fuck is going on
thesis.
in this station, and the way they kind of like trickle it out, and like you start to realize what it is terrifying. And I wish it's like, oh god, maybe I'll if you want to know, I'll tell you off the feed. It's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah, I do.
It's
wanna know.
fucking wild. But it
Alien
is also
Isolation
like,
thing is-
I mean, the Alien Isolation. I mean, I love Alien Isolation.
like
but
so this reminds me a little bit of like well, I guess the one thing that was good about the Alien is that it was very deadly always, right?
yes.
But like you could play something like Resident Evil 2 the remake, and Mr. X is very like scary and deadly and ever present, but
yes.
when you learn how to kind of like game the system, he kind of becomes not scary anymore. Or like an Outlast. Like, oh, that guy's chasing me, but if I hide in the locker, he's always gonna like pull me out of the locker and throw me down towards the exit of the room instead of like trapping me. So I could just do that every time and never actually have to be worried about it. Does this
Yeah.
feel like you could break the game that way and not actually have to be worried about these fucking robots? And
No, if you get caught by a robot, you're fucked.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's not an instant death, but like you get hit twice and you're dead. At least as far as I've played so far.
Oh yeah, you're right. I think I have been captured by one. There, it's sorry, it's hard to talk about without spoiling. I'll talk to you about it later if you really want to know. But like, there are
just
definitely
gonna play it.
differences. There are
Yeah.
it's very. I do highly recommend it. It's very interesting, and if you're into like space horror and like you like the kind of like,
Nick Slop.
sure, I mean, yeah, it's Nick Slop. I mean, I love this
There's
genre. I love
Keely
this.
Slop.
I don't know, man. Like
I think it's more
it's
than that, I
doing
think.
some fucking cool things. I really like how you interact with monitors. It really reminds me of like what they were trying to do way back with Doom 3 back in the day. How the world is
Trying to
just
solve puzzles when you know like nothing's pausing, like nothing, the action isn't stopping,
yeah.
and you have to continue interacting, like fumbling with these like ancient monitors and like yeah. I mean,
Oh.
it feel.
Antiquated,
Also,
maybe.
I recommend playing with mouse. I recommend playing with a controller, but having a mouse and keyboard standing by, because trying to interact with like monitors with a mouse with the controller in hand is awful. It's such a pain in the dick.
Yeah.
Um,
Also, can I compliment the fucking sound design in this game?
Oh, it's incredible.
Jesus Christ. The robots, they just lumber, and it's just such brutal mechanicalism. And when they're searching for you, like right now, when they're like scanning the environment for where they heard you or been looking for you, like you're like, holy shit, man.
Yeah,
They
it
got
keeps-
the
it
sound
keeps
design.
you-
They fucking nailed it.
I can't wait for you to play Chapter 4. I'm just saying, I can't wait. It's incredible. It's gonna go down. It's gonna go down as
We
like
don't
one
go
of
to
my favorite.
Ravenholm.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit like a Ravenholm situation. I remember, I started streaming at the beginning of Chapter 4 the other night, and Carlos popped into my stream and he goes, "Oh boy, you're gonna have a hard time," and then he just ghosted me. He just left, and I was like, "That's never good."
That's on
But
brand
yeah,
for him, though.
yeah, yeah. Routine's pretty cool so far. I'm digging it. I'm gonna try and finish it this weekend. And
I
I'm
will
looking
continue
forward
to
to
play
hearing
it.
what Chris Davis thinks after he gets through some of that stuff. All right, look, I want to talk. I know, Brad, you're going to talk about this other game with us next week, so I won't spend a lot of time talking
Yeah.
about this.
Can I talk about
Oh, go
my
ahead.
thing? Sorry.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, he had
yeah.
surprises or something.
Yeah, I just had a
Yeah,
mystery
go for it.
game that I learned about the other day, and I thought y'all would be really interested.
I
I
hope it's not significant.
it's not that big. Like
Wait,
it's a small
is there
thing.
no footage? Is there footage of this game?
Oh, I've got footage. Yeah. Why would I
okay.
why would I skip out on recording footage of the demo for Banjo-Kazooie 3? You know, I mean,
What the fuck?
yeah. Welcome to
the fuck?
Banjo-Kazooie
Say
3,
this.
courtesy of Dreams. It's called Mumbo Mania. This is some guy in Dreams basically created a 2-hour-long level of that perfectly fucking emulates Banjo-Kazooie. And
This is actually kind of crazy.
it is fucking insane, the quality they put in here. It is a Banjo-Kazooie experience in every control factor, everything you could possibly imagine. The thing that makes it stand out is that it's much more focused on transformations with this. So you've got
He swim
kind
in
of
that water?
yes, oh yes.
Wow.
There's stuff to find down there, man. It's cool. Like in Banjo-Kazooie, you
Man.
just can't go swimming underwater because there's always some kind of like fish monster that's always going to bite you and kill you. But in this, you can get around that
You're just
because
making
of the
Brad sad about
transformations.
Metroid again.
So the Mumbo skull that's flying around, kind of like what you get in Crash, he's the main transform thing here. So you use the puzzle pieces that you get, the jiggies, to unlock the ability to transform into things in the environment and enemies as well. So like the tutorial transformation, you get to be able to turn into a rock, a literal rock that can roll with a backpack and just go around on the map. Can't do much other than jump. That's about it. But the more puzzles you complete, the more jiggies you get, you start hitting thresholds to where, oh, that enemy right there that's flashing pink, I can use Mumbo via the motion controls to go over, learn his form, and then I can transform into him. And each one of these forms, there's like 6 or 7 of them, they have their own mechanics and cool stuff about them. It's on the whole, it's minor like transformations, but each one becomes a gateway to finding more jiggies and finding more things hidden on the map.
No, this
And
is a
it's-
better Metroid game than.
I mean,
Well, you know what? Like, how much is like, wow, this is incredible, or like, I can't, or is it more like, I can't believe they'd made this?
I mean, I feel like it's probably a little bit of both, right?
I mean, it really is kind of both because they fucking nail the sound design. They nail just the character movement and the abilities that you can do as Banjo or Kazooie. Like it's fucking
Does it feel
Banjo
as good
Kazooie,
as-
man.
Does it feel as good as Mario?
Nothing feels as good as Mario.
Does it feel even close to as good as Mario?
Nothing
How
ever
about
feels.
Astrobot? Does it feel as good as Astrobot?
Nothing
ha-
feels as good as Astrobot.
I mean, how many?
Wait a second. Were you about to say you've never played Astrobot?
Yeah, he probably hasn't.
No, I
don't
have
want to
not.
make this about Split Fiction, but you know, Split Fiction is giving a very talented teenager in Dreams, like, you know, custom creator, right? Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, just
I'm saying it's a 91 on OpenCritic. saying
okay.
the Silk
Sure.
Song,
I
and
fucking
it's
believe you.
basically
We're not
basically
talking
made-
about
made
Split
in
Fiction.
Dreams.
We're talking about a guy who spent probably hundreds of hours making a
Yeah.
fucking 2-hour banjo
that's
level
what
in
he's-
Dreams.
Well, Chris, I think that's what he's getting at. Is like, is this? If you didn't know that this was like some dude making a game in another game that is designed to make games, making this, would it be as impressive, or would you like if fucking Rare came out and was like, "Hey, we're working on Banjo 3. Here's our demo," and you played it, would you be excited about this new Banjo game coming out?
I mean, honestly, kind of, yeah. Like, the quality is fucking here. Like, this does feel like a Banjo collectathon game. You are
Well, it's not
collecting.
just impressive that some guy made this game and it like encapsulates the spirit of Banjo Kazooie. It's like better than Banjo Kazooie gameplay has ever been.
Probably not.
Ooh.
Do you think
No,
this
I
is better
wouldn't
than
say that.
Ukulele? Is this better than Ukulele?
That's maybe
Yeah.
the best way to phrase the question.
Well, I never played ukulele, so I can't speak directly to that.
So yes,
You know what, Chris Davis? I'm surprised you should play ukulele.
well, I heard
clearly-
Yuka Replay
you clearly have
is
a
better.
fond- yeah, of course. I mean, at this point, that's the one you would play. But like, clearly, you have a fondness for this genre
the
of
side-scrolling
game, right?
sequel I hear is the one to play, but
Okay.
According
but-
to Brad Simons of 4Player Podcast, yeah.
I'm just saying, this is in Dreams. It is free. It's 2 hours long, and the
Wait,
amount
Dreams
of
isn't free though.
I mean,
I didn't even know you had dreams.
I bought Dreams the minute I found out about this. I bought Dreams for this experience, and worth every penny. Like, this is fucking cool.
It's gonna be
Is it gonna-
that guy's gonna be so sad when they shut Dreams down though, and this
is this
just
on
goes away.
PlayStation?
Yeah.
This is PS4, PS5.
I
That's
just
the
wanna
only
know how much
platform
you
it's on,
spent on Dreams.
He's trying to find out how much this 2-hour Banjo Kazooie experience is.
$20.
There's a lot. There's a lot of cool
20 bucks?
$10 an
experiences
hour.
in Dreams.
$10 an hour.
That's
Dude,
hey,
that's
Play
actually-
that game. What is
that's-
it called? Unlock or something
Premium
like
pricing.
but like right here,
That's
like
actually not bad.
I'm giving this banjo, this living banjo, the notes, and every single time a note hits it as I give it the note, it plays the theme. And like when you go underwater, the music changes. And it just
Yeah. That's
There's-
crazy. And that is like an example of like why this is good, because it's insane that one guy made this with a PlayStation controller.
yeah.
At this point,
And
my
it's
question
2
is he
hours.
gonna make more?
No,
Like,
because you can't
no.
sustain, like, that's not real video game development.
No.
Yeah,
No,
this
like
is-
the guy ends the level with like you collect the last jiggy. There's like 30 of them in this level. You collect it, and it's just basically one giant joke about bitching about the developers not making Banjo Kazooie 3 yet.
dude, this is
I was about to say if he's using this as like an
This
application.
is giving
to-
me that. This is giving me that pit in my stomach feeling again about Dreams, where it's like, oh no,
Yeah.
like the amount of human suffering that went into made something that isn't real. Like like not only is this just a game in Dreams, it's using a company's IP. Like This guy just did it for the
A
love of the
failed
game.
IP as well.
This guy
Like,
did it
Dreams
for
is
the love
not
of just
was not a
spending hundreds of
success.
hours. Like,
I'm
Somebody's got to do
surprised
it though.
Media Molecule still exists. To be honest with you,
oh right, they get like government money or something, right?
well, they're owned by
Do they?
Sony, but
They're
Oh, are they?
they're already probably working on a games as a service thing that's not Dreams, but like I don't know, this is really
If that
fucking
happens.
cool. It's free. If you got Dreams, fucking download it, man. And download
What
it.
is it?
there's
Is it
other
just called
stuff in
Banjo-Kazooie,
Dreams
or do
that's
you have to-
cool.
It's
Yeah.
it's
I don't know
called-
anything about Dreams, so like, how do you find it?
It's called Banjo Kazooie Mumbo Mania, and you just search for the name, or like it's the most recommended thing right now.
Cool.
It's really
It's
fun.
like
Because no
when
one is
you
making
read-
anything in Dreams right now, man. I don't
Oh,
think so, man.
That is not the case. I looked through like their recent things they've added to that people have made, like dozens of things as I was scrolling, just kept going and just kept going and just kept going. Dreams is still active, evidently.
Yeah, but it's active by like the 12 sickos who've been making their
niche.
levels since the game came
Yeah.
out.
The
Oh.
12
Yeah.
sickos.
It's
World Teller says I wouldn't be surprised if some Banjo devs reach out to him. I was like, I would
Well,
say
I
that
would
without.
because
No.
are there Banjo devs? Is that a thing?
I was gonna say, like, if he was hoping to use this as like an in, like that probably would have been more
Yeah.
effective if he didn't end it with the joke about.
That's the only
nobody.
thing that would keep me from
No.
just.
Rare
hurling my
is not
soul
gonna
into the
make
void.
a new Banjo Kazooie. That's gonna be farmed out to like Toys for Bob or something like that.
Dude,
Like
nobody's
those
gonna
are
make
who's
new
going to be
Banjo
paying
Kazooie.
attention.
I
Toys
feel
for
like y'all
Bob,
need to
I'd
watch
take-
Psych Odyssey.
Yeah.
that's
this is
Brad's
it.
big takeaway. You know what?
The-
Y'all need to watch Psych Odyssey.
Well,
Okay.
Y'all
Anyway,
need to see
fucking
what
cool,
it's like
'cause-
to make a real video game.
This game really does give me the vibe of like I've just read really good literature and like really like advanced humane dialogue, but it was like a supernatural fan fiction that somebody wrote online. It's like, oh no, this talent is trapped in this like artless slop that like it can't be divorced from. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry.
possible.
That's mean.
The
That's not
crazy
fair.
thing is, like, if that did not have the Banjo Kazooie license attached to it, like, no one would care.
But also the thing is, like, I looked through the Dreams catalog. They don't give a shit about copyright in there.
Oh, yeah,
There
of
is
course not.
so
Yeah.
much copycat Mario and Sonic content in there that is the highest rated shit in
Because
there.
nobody can make any
but they don't do
money
anything.
off of it.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah,
highest
yeah.
rated stuff
There-
because no one
that's what
cares
I'm
if it
saying.
doesn't-
There's no money. This is all just like dreams
fake.
and fantasy. It's pretend.
It's goddamn it, it's Dreams.
I'm just saying that, like, if you did not play it today, you could probably play it a year or two from now.
Yeah, as long as the dreams.
You're assuming the
stay
servers are
online.
up still.
Yeah.
Assuming
Yeah.
the servers are still up.
It's
Which
factually,
do
yeah.
cost money.
Yeah.
Real
It's cool,
quick,
though.
before
I mean, it's
before
neat.
we get to the game awards, I want to make sure he squeezes
Oh my
in.
god, we're talking about the game.
Well, you know, it's not like we're gonna do a
Ouch.
4-player minute or anything. We'll just end with the Game Awards talk. There's a lot to talk
I'm gonna-
about.
Was it?
I'm gonna drop kick Brad out of this podcast.
This is the shit I deal with every week, y'all. Somebody else pisses off Nick, in this case, Crispy, and then he's targeting me for some reason. What?
No,
is
I'm
happening?
targeting.
You dominated one half of the podcast for 45 fucking minutes just so you could run through
Yeah.
your footage.
No, so because I had things to say about a Metroid Prime game.
Look, I understand that you were working your way through your own tragedy, but like, buddy,
It's not
let
a
us-
tragedy. Were you even listening?
Maybe I should save this game
try
for
not
next
to.
week.
Yeah,
I'll. s-
I think that's fair.
Ah,
there is no next
Okay.
week because it's next year.
fuck! By
I
the
mean,
time we get to talk about this
I-
game, I'm gonna be long since finished with it.
Then talk
Okay,
about it now.
Fuck it. We're doing fine. We don't have to talk about the fucking Game Awards. God damn it.
We
No,
can do
I wanna
both.
talk
Pisses
about
me
the
off.
Game Awards. I want to talk about the Game Awards. I'd
Let's
rather
do
wait
both.
on talk on Seance. I think
need to-
you having finished the game and someone else having played would be a much better conversation.
I really fucking hate you right now, Brad. I'm sorry.
What,
I want to.
What
I
the
wanna- I lit-
fuck? It was him. I want to talk about the Game Awards. I don't want to. I'm gonna play Seance of Blake
I'm about
Mirror.
to stop my recording.
Okay, well, don't. I'm gonna let's let Nick, you take it in the
No.
direction you want. You're the host.
I don't. God damn it, dude! Fucking just. This podcast is ruined.
I just said so many good things about Metroid.
Let's just do both. Why not?
Let's go. I'm
Oh,
here.
okay. I mean, it's the holidays anyways. I'm
No,
all
dude.
off
God
next
damn
week.
it! I'm gonna have to edit this whole fucking part out, anyways. This is really pissing me off. I'm fuming right now.
37 minutes. It's fine. I still think we should talk about the Game Awards.
I can't even fucking function right now.
What was the name of the game that they ended on at
No.
the Game Awards again?
High guard.
High guard.
High Guard.
Y'all just fucking talk for a minute.
High Guard, what was everyone saying? It looks like Valorant and Apex Legends. But
Yeah,
with like a fantasy vibe.
but like at the
Could be
very
cool.
end when they're like charging the keep and they're doing a bunch of stuff to take the keep down, like it just looked like a fucking
It
MOBA
has
to me.
objectives.
Yeah, it's a MOBA without mobs, if that makes sense.
That's not a MOBA.
Stop saying MOBA. No
Yeah, you
one makes
can't-
MOBAs anymore.
That's not. People don't make MOBAs.
It's probably
MOBAs are
secretly
not
an extraction
relevant.
shooter.
You know, this is like, oh yeah, that's right. It has a big tank with like a fucking battering ram on it that they're moving into the enemy base.
Yeah, to bring
Man,
down the
okay.
shield so you can take down the base.
Speaking of MOBAs though, this game is gonna be competing with things like fucking what's the Valve one? Deadlock? Which is
If that one's a
Really
MOBA,
sweet.
right? No, it's a hero shooter.
that is actually a MOBA, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a MOBA, but like it's a hero shooter MOBA. You know, like it's
look,
better somehow.
if we're gonna
not...
talk about the Game Awards, can we actually talk about games that are actually relevant
Dude, this
and
is
interesting?
this is the next fucking
I'm putting up the overlay.
Titanfall / Apex.
I want to hear Nick's list because I got to be honest, I don't remember everything that was there.
I don't either.
I know.
Let's just wrap this fucking show up. Go home. I'm fucking done.
Well, Seance can't wait. I am gonna play it. I do think the Game Awards.
We're not gonna be
conversation-
talking again for another 2 fucking weeks.
I mean,
So?
hey, I wanted to really talk about Metroid last week. I had a lot in me. I still got it out.
Full. So
And-
full for you.
Me playing Seance keeps that conversation fresh. I also think that me having 100% Metroid Prime 4 made it a better conversation. So I wouldn't sweat it. Also, we play 2025 games into February or whatever, or the
Yeah.
previous year's games into February every
Sometimes
year.
April.
I think we're
Yeah.
fine.
Dude, I don't fucking... I just...
Chat would like us to talk about the Game Awards.
I know what fucking chat wants. God
Sorry?
damn it. That's not
Okay.
the fucking point.
Is it more that you want to talk about both? Because I'm game.
No,
I'm
dude.
down.
Fuck. Can we... I'm done. I'm just fucking done. I can't even believe I'm still recording. Like, I'm gonna have to fucking listen to this back again when I edit this shit out. I'm pissed. I'm fucking fuming.
Well, you can
Right now.
You can cut all of that out. I mean, and
Yeah, I know, but I have to listen to it again and then think about... God damn it, man. I really just want to cut the feed so we can hash this shit out.
Well,
Okay.
I'm
But
game for whatever you want to do, but let's just do it.
All right. I'm cutting the feed right now. We'll be right back, guys.